because you like more than just a set of teeth, we would love to welcome you to the family. Please give us a call at 865-539-1776 or visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues. Every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com today. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus.
Come on, one more, Dad.
And so they know that we sent you.
Push, Dad. One more.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789.
Call 865.
Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to
Book
bet.
now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
If I asked you right now to open your wallet, how many can help? Jerry's been helping East Tennesseans for years get back on track, get their debt under control, or even eliminated. Jerry Givens knows what laws are out there to help protect you. These problems don't go away because you ignore the calls or letters. Trust me, they actually get worse, much worse. Jerry Givens has helped thousands of people by stopping those calls and letters. Get their peace of mind. Stop living in fear. It's no fun. Call today to set up your free consultation. 865-801-9250. That's 865-801-9250. Stop the calls by making a call. 865-801-9250.
WKGN 1340. Go Balls!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3:02 on a sunny Thursday here in Big Orange Country, live in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Bob Baskerville and Bear with me again here this afternoon for another 3-hour tour. Unseasonably warm and sunny outside. It's quite nice.
Broke the shorts out again today, man.
I almost did.
Wasn't expecting it, but here we are. Better take it in because have you seen like Mondays?
Well, yeah, it's going to, rain for the next couple of days and then turn.
Yeah. Bob, any chance I get a chance to take your legs in? I celebrate those opportunities.
Oh, wow. Well, about the weather, projected high Monday of 48 degrees, low of like 25.
Tomorrow?
Monday night.
Monday, low of, oh, no.
That's what I'm saying. Enjoy it while you got it, man. This is probably the last breaths of warm weather.
What was it like for you growing up in Boilermaker country? Like, I'm picturing winter is very much like a Christmas story. You're going home, you're going to school, and your mom's like got 5 jackets on you. You can't put your arms down.
It's gross, man. You're close enough to, you're 3 hours away, but you get enough of that influence from Chicago. And then there's literally, you can almost bank on the month of February. You won't see the sun.
I I did live in Michigan for 2 years.
Yeah.
When I was but a wee lad, and I was like, in preschool age, and I don't have any memories except snow.
Yeah,
I just
man.
remember there was snow, and you couldn't go on the playground from like November until March.
Yeah, it's rough. I do not miss that. I mean, I had opportunities to go back up to Indiana on a couple of occasions for jobs and whatnot. I was like, nah,
I'll stay down here and underneath the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah, I think I like visiting better.
God's country. All right. Well, we got a big one here lined up for you this afternoon. Our old pal Trey Wallace is going to stop by and join us a little bit later here in hour number 2. We'll talk to him about all these coaching search rumors and vacancies and potential vacancies, and is this guy going to go here and there and all this stuff. And so we got a lot to get into here this afternoon. Boy, our friend Blake Topmeyer really goated Vol Nation this morning with his column.
Sure did. I didn't see it. I heard about it first on the radio before I ever was able to look at it. I was like, oh, wow.
I saw it early this morning. I was like, oh, boy, that's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
So Topmeyer writes a column today, USA Today, basically saying that Josh Heupel should, if he has the opportunity, go to Penn State. I know.
I didn't like it.
I know. It's a bold take. And I mean, I see where he's going with it. His general contention, and I skimmed through it quickly, but you can kind of put the dots together. It's like, oh, he's year 5. People are starting to grumble a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. But that's how it starts. And if he wants to restart his clock, now's the time to do it, because if that grumbling turns into a roar next year, you're just going to be fired. You won't have a chance to restart your clock. If you take the Penn State job, you get it, at least 2 or 3 years to turn it over. When if this season goes south here, these next couple of ball games, you very well could be, quote unquote, on the hot seat, whatever you choose to define that as, going into next season.
Exactly. Also, his act, so to speak, and I don't say that disparagingly. I'm just saying, the up-tempo offense, all those types of things. Not a whole lot of that in the Big Ten. Ohio State's got some of it. Indiana's got some of it. I guess Oregon. But
yeah, the novelty of it has worn off in the SEC a little.
Correct.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. The best teams in the Big Ten kind of utilize it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that, though, as well. And it's like, has the novelty worn off? Because I checked the stats, as John Ward would say, yesterday, and Tennessee has the 4th best offense in college football.
Yeah. Oh, no. The point being, though, is you could put that hand in hand with, the conference may get closer and closer to catching up with it. I agree with you. It's not there yet, but they could over time. And for sure, if again, we keep qualifying, if this was not like a legitimate thing that was happening, this was a hypothetical, but Penn State's never had an offense like that.
No.
I mean, they'd probably go bananas.
We were just talking about cold weather.
Yeah.
Would that play into your decision at all? Because November is different up there than it is down here. How does that affect the way, again, we have this image of a pass happy offense, and the stats show something different. It's very balanced here, but you do wonder about throwing the football in November in Happy Valley or Ann Arbor or Columbus.
Yeah. Now that could be a factor. That could definitely be a factor.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he would do it. Everybody I talk to who knows Heupel says he loves it here. Mm-hmm. He's very happy. He has really embraced. He loves the orange. He loves all the Tennessee traditions. They just did a massive renovation of their house. They're trying to set down roots here, and they've got a couple of young kids and everything in school. So I don't think he's looking to leave, but nobody's looking to leave, really. I don't think James Franklin or Brian Kelly were looking to leave, and they gone.
No, it's true. I remember when he first came in, I mean, he spoke with such reverence about the tradition of Tennessee football, how much of an honor it was. And I didn't take it as coach speak. I think he really felt like, man, I got an incredible opportunity, and I don't think he's lost the love for it either. But I was trying to think of stories of where coaches, it happens in college basketball for sure. I'm trying to think in college football kind of recently, have we seen some coaches get out before the hangman comes?
Yeah.
One that came to mind for me, and it's not an enormous one, was Scott Satterfield at Louisville jumping over to Cincinnati because it was not working out there. And they were saying, it's not even an apples to apples comparison to what Josh is doing. Satterfield was likely going to be on the hot seat, extreme hot seat the next season. It was inevitable. And I think he was like, well, let me beat you to the punch. I'm going to jump teams.
Well, there's some rumors going around about a pretty high profile name that could be looking to do that this year. And that is one Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, I saw that.
Out at USC.
I can see it.
Pate threw that grenade last night.
And where, but any idea where?
I mean, take your pick.
Yeah, there's a lot.
If you're one of the open SEC jobs, would Lincoln Riley get the heart pumping again?
If you're Florida, is Lincoln Riley a good consolation prize if you can't get Lane Kiffin?
I think that he would be. I don't think they're getting Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
USC to me just exists in such a vacuum. I just rarely get to see their games, I feel like. And so I haven't just a lot of offense, no defense out there. And they're like, hey, this is not what we plucked you away from Oklahoma for.
Yeah, they want it all. I mean, they love the offense, but yeah, if you can't stop anybody, then that's a problem for them too.
How long has it been since are they in danger? I'm glad this came up. I've been wanting to ask you guys this for a couple of weeks now. Are they in danger of slipping back
to a museum program status? Oh, so here he went 11-3 his first year at SC in 2022, 8-5 the next year, 7-6 last year, and they're 6-2 right now. And I don't know what their schedule has left, but if he could go 10-2, I mean, I would think that USC is pretty comfortable with that. That would probably put them in a college football playoff situation.
Yes, and I think that fan base, I think very similar to us. I think as long as you're making the playoffs, everything's okay.
I mean, if you're Lincoln Riley, do you want to reset your clock at that point?
From what I'd read about it, or the rumors were that it's all the travel, being in the Big Ten.
Yeah, well.
Going coast to coast and all that. And if that's your issue, then that tells me that he's looking to get in the SEC.
Well,
what other conference doesn't have to travel like that?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean, these SEC jobs, that they have their own, everything has its own little unique thing. And we'll talk to Trey about some of this coming up in hour number 2. But like, have you guys been keeping up with the AD situation at LSU?
Yes. God. Bob, how are they going to
Poor Verge.
I'm sorry, what, Bear?
How are they going to be able to hire you? Okay, let's just say, because you've had some big time jobs and stuff, but could you imagine somebody coming to you at, when you had a big job and trying to poach you away with all that kind of just stupidity going on? No way you go.
No.
Well, I don't think Lincoln Riley would. I don't think Lane Kiffin would. John Sumrall might. Alex Golish might. Guys who are at a quote unquote lesser job might gamble and say, "Well, how bad can it?" Like they'll hire a decent AD. I mean, they'll and I'll go there and we'll be
just take my shot because I mean LSU is, at the end of the day, it's also, I think it's a top 5 job.
For listeners who don't know what we're talking about, we talked about Verge Osbury yesterday. The news was they had taken the interim tag away, and he was now the full-time coach or athletics director at LSU. And then a story from the new chancellor or president out there said, well, he's just the acting AD right now.
He's just not interim. Which, between that, the meddling governor, and just all the weirdness. And then, of course, I heard it on the way in on the national show before Talk Sports, that like all the stories are starting to come out. You know how it happens when guys get fired and then suddenly the reporters start.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about it yesterday. Yeah. I love it, man. I love it. I read one on The Athletic about Brian Kelly, another one. I mean, there have been like 10 of these.
Oh, there've been a couple now in the former
He didn't
AD.
know the player's name. He didn't know the center's name.
Yeah.
There was a story about this one. He was at Notre Dame. One of the assistants said, we were having a big recruit-a-thon, and like I had a 5-star on the line, and I'm like, here's Coach Kelly, and Coach, can you talk to this kid? And he said, make an appointment. Coach, like, make an appointment. I've got him on the line right now. I'm handing you the phone.
Well, I mean, the one story, it was Robert Salah, and I can't remember who the other. It's another like pretty famous coach now that parking cars.
Yeah, that was good.
In the dead of winter, and I guess South Bend with jackets on.
There was a Dooley story about that as well. Like I
remember that.
Dooley made some
GA or
some GAs, some kids come to his house for a Christmas party. They thought they were going to be inside, and like they go inside, and Dooley's like, "What are you doing in here? Get out there and park the cars." They said it was like 30 degrees outside, and these dudes don't even have coats. They're out there parking cars for Derek Dooley.
Dooley, he was special. There were stories about him from like the hardware store in Rocky Hill.
Oh my God!
He came in and gave some poor guy a lecture on how he wasn't doing his job right.
He is special. Kind of guy who belongs in Congress.
Oh yeah,
all those types of stories. I had one where somebody that worked with the Vol Network said that he pulled some people aside. It was the old AD in him, I guess, but still it's preposterous. He was talking about the design on the trash cans outside of Neyland, that those had to be changed, and it was just like, man, what are we talking about here, man?
Yeah.
Well, attention to detail.
Well, except
it's critical,
except on the field.
It's critical.
I mean, I can only imagine how those guys over in the Tennessee physical plant over there that are in charge of all that type stuff, or why is a football coach trying to tell us where to put trash cans?
865-966-3435 if you want to hop on the show with us this afternoon. 966-3435, your phone number to call or text the program when we continue. Your Rocky Top Report brought to you by Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. We have UT football bowl projections. Bowl game. Who wants to go to a bowl game?
Right
2025, man. I want to go to the playoff. You want to go to a bowl game?
If we can't get to the playoffs, hell yeah.
A bowl game?
I want the kids to get
get a free watch.
Well, get a free watch and get a free trip to Florida would be nice.
What about a free trip to Charlotte?
Wouldn't be as nice as seeing the boys get to go to Florida. No, thank you. No part of Memphis.
All right, so we've got some football stuff and the baseball schedule out for Josh Elander and the boys. I almost said Tony V. We will go through it with a fine-tooth comb and dissect the Tennessee baseball schedule, something nobody said prior to 2017 in East Tennessee.
Especially not during football season.
No, definitely not. All right, stay with us. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Quick timeout. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Now through the end of the year, we're offering half-price whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment. 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law. 888-707-4282. Online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball that scored points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
It's time for the Rocky Top Report, brought to you by the Kregner Group.
Back here on the Drive Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville, and Bear with you. Rocky Top Report brought to you by Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. Tennessee football off, obviously, this weekend. So, we'll take a look around. I did see where Josh Heupel and the staff, they're out recruiting. Heupel and Darrell Sims going to be in Chattanooga tonight to see Baylor play, and David Gabriel Georges. I think we've got people going to see boots on the ground to see Tristan Keys play and stuff. So just taking care of the big names out there as we continue to do a little recruiting. So that's what's going on with the boys this week. Looking ahead, got some bowl projections here. Ball projections. Get your ball projections here. This is from Grant Ramey over at VolQuest. All right, I'm going to read through these. You guys tell me which, just yay or nay. Does this do anything for you? On 3 Sports has Tennessee in the Gator Bowl against Miami.
Yes. Yeah, that I've seen that one, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Get behind that, I think.
You think Carson Beck would play in that?
I hope he does. I'd like another shot at Mr. Ed myself.
I bet you he would.
You think he would?
No, I don't think he would.
No, I don't think he would either.
No.
But still, that's kind of it's a rivalry.
ESPN has Tennessee in the Duke's Mayo Bowl against SMU.
No thanks.
Oh, God.
I mean, no disrespect to SMU.
I mean,
they're a good
they've
team.
had maybe a better program right now than us.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need to be
subject ourselves to a potential humiliation.
Well, that and give them any more, credibility or legitimacy.
I just don't want to see our boy Josh Heupel get doused in mayonnaise.
Well,
it'd be a deal breaker for me, man.
Tasty.
Yummy, Josh Heupel.
Yeah, I was going to say he might enjoy. The first 2 you've mentioned, I would take Josh in a coaching battle against Mario Cristobal all day long. Don't know enough about
that. Would be some interesting clock management scenarios in that game.
Meathead Mario Cristobal.
Another ESPN writer has us in something called the ReliaQuest Bowl against Iowa.
Where is that?
I'm guessing that's the Hall of Fame or Citrus Bowl.
Is it
What
down in
used to be.
Tampa?
Yeah, it's
Raymond James.
Tax Slayer's the Gator Bowl, right?
I don't know. I'm still trying to remember, like, what happened to the ReliaQuest Car Bowl.
Let's stay on message here.
Yeah, I don't know. But Iowa's been like, that's a game I would say this weekend, keep an eye on against Oregon in Iowa City. I can't believe I'm saying it, but they've been they're the only team that's given Indiana a game this season. So I don't know, that'd be a gross game.
I don't want to play Iowa.
No.
Yeah.
Played him so much, man. They're boring.
College football news has Tennessee again in the ReliaQuest Bowl, this time against Illinois. Big Ten Burt.
Yeah.
Show that Altmaier kid what he missed out on.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a couple of these so far.
And finally, USA Today has Tennessee in the Citrus Bowl against Michigan.
I'd be all in on that. Yeah. What happened the last time we played them in the Citrus Bowl?
It would be fun to cook them.
That was the only consolation that bitterly disappointing year was getting to school them.
Do you think that we talk about would Carson Beck play in a game against would Joey play?
I think Joey would play.
I think he would.
Joey's got
Especially
stuff to
with
still
Michigan.
prove.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the other thing. I think he'd play.
This will dovetail into a conversation I want to have later on the show. Would we want him to play, or would you want to give George McIntyre we'll call it a Nico start?
Well, here's the thing. Do you think that Brazel will be playing?
No, I don't think he will.
I just think Joey, when I say he still has stuff to prove, it's not here. It's more like if he has ambition to try to get with a team to play on Sundays, he needs more reps. But
I think Joey would play too.
Yeah.
If he didn't, it might not be the worst thing in the world
Right.
to get a look at GMAC in that situation. But that changes the calculus of would you win that game?
But I also think our fan base would be more okay with Joey saying he wants to play than they would have been 2 years ago with Joe Milton saying he wanted to play. Everybody was kind of like, please, man, let Nico play. I think everybody's got such an appreciation for Joey. I think they'd understand.
Agreed. Tennessee basketball back in action on Saturday over at Thompson Bowling Assembly Center and Arena against the Norse of Northern Kentucky. 3 p.m. tip-off.
What a rough time slot for that game.
Yeah.
It's like either do noon or do an evening game. That's a weird
I love Tennessee basketball and Rick Barnes. I don't know if I'm going to be tuned into that one.
Yeah.
Are you going?
I'm going to be out of town. Remember,
that's right.
I'm leaving tomorrow morning. So tickets are available if somebody wants to go.
We're going to be Bobless tomorrow?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Finally.
Yeah, I'll be listening. You guys will be talking trash about me. Thank God, man.
Ratings getting set to skyrocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Russ?
So yeah, we got that. Not exactly an appealing schedule before we get to the event out in Vegas. You got, of course, Mercer this week, Northern Kentucky this weekend, North Florida. We'll call it the Chaz Lanier Bowl next week.
The Ospreys, right?
Yes, yeah, indeed. And then Rice and Tennessee State before we start playing real teams.
Has Rice ever been good at anything?
They've been okay at football from time to time. They've been good at
baseball,
baseball,
yeah.
right? Didn't they? They were in College World
I think
Series.
they won a national championship maybe
Yeah.
in the 80s or 90s.
I think you're right. And then the first game in Vegas is Rutgers, who is very down this year. So there's like a total of 6 games before we then run into a freight train known as Houston.
Yeah, well,
that'll be a good game.
Bring it on, Kelvin.
Plenty of time to work out the kinks, give guys auditions, experiment, and hopefully have an idea of really what we got going into that Houston game and see how we stack up.
I still really don't understand why Jeff Goodman had such a problem with our first 4 or 5 games.
I don't know.
Because they suck.
Well, then he got depantsed when he claimed that he didn't have.
That was what Houston Fancher said yesterday, is Barnes schedules to his talent. And with so many new faces, it felt like he wanted to have a couple of these games early in the season.
Let's not forget, second game of the season last year was Louisville. Second game of the season the year before, I believe, was Wisconsin. So, I mean, he doesn't shy away from tough competition. I do agree with you, Russ. I think some of this is he's, thinking, I got to get a feel for this roster.
Yeah. All right, let's switch to baseball here a little bit as we wrap up this edition of the Rocky Top, brought to you by Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. Tennessee releases the full schedule today. It's complete schedule for Josh Elander's first team. It consists of 38 home games, 15 road contests, and 3 neutral site games. And we will open the new era of Tennessee baseball with a new coach and pretty much a new stadium on Valentine's Day weekend, February 13th, as mighty Nicholls State comes to town.
Oh, God. Geographically, Nicholls, Louisiana?
I believe so.
We blew the one the other day on Mercer.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it's. I'll be searching that while you read through this.
What do we think about opening against Nicholls State? Should we have? And I'll roll through the preseason schedule real quick. You got 3 games with Nicholls, midweek game against UNC Asheville, 3 games with Kent State the next weekend, midweek game with Bellarmine. Then you go to Dallas for the event at Globe Life, where we're going to play UCLA, Arizona State, and Virginia Tech. You come back, you play ETSU in a midweek game, Oakland in a midweek, and then a 3-game series against Wright State, Tennessee Tech in a midweek game, and then you start SEC play at Georgia. So we play nobody that first month of the season in our new ballpark and everything. Do you think that's a good strategy, or do you just say, you know what, it's college baseball preseason. This is the way that Tony always did it, and you don't schedule a good team just because the stadium. Look, we'll have big SEC series to celebrate our new park and everything later.
Yeah, I mean, you go through all the way through the schedule. Even the midweek ones during conference are not great. That UCLA game's a good one. They were in the College World Series. I don't know. Arizona State's typically been pretty good. I would assume they're all right too, and Virginia Tech. So I'm fine with it, man. I feel like this is kind of it's similar to what we've seen. And it's probably good for Josh, right, to go out there and have some whipping boys there.
A couple of baby club ceilings.
Yeah.
Well, the only thought I have on it, and I'm told he's going to be made available to us next week, so hopefully we get to kick it with him a little bit. But I do wonder, we had so many of these baby club ceilings the past couple of years. Remember, Tony was always like, man, the run rule robs us of basically a full game over the course of the season, and he would get disappointed sometimes when we would walk it off in like the 7th. I mean, one way to combat that is to bring in better opponents.
Yeah.
We brought Boston College in, I think 2 years ago, and they beat us a couple of times. Like, I just wonder if maybe you look at scheduling some of these teams up north, bring Michigan down here, say, come down here and let's play a series.
No, I agree. I'm looking at that schedule again. March, that Wright State series, lest we forget, Wright State's typically pretty good. That's
true.
And then Moonshine 8903 on the live chat says UCLA will be ranked number 1 preseason.
Well, those are going to be without saying. Yeah. That event you're going to play 3 good teams there.
Yeah. So
Arizona State, I would imagine, would be good as well.
I would think so. Yeah, man, I that'll be interesting. Hopefully we can get Josh on next week.
Well, I like that we are at a point where we are putting our baseball schedule up to scrutiny. Are we scheduling hard enough in baseball? Again, a conversation none of us would have anticipated ever having 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, Nicholls State, I checked it. We were right this time. Thibodaux, Louisiana.
The sprawling metropolis of Thibodaux, Louisiana.
The hell is Thibodaux?
That is your Rocky Top Report. It's brought to you by Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. They do real estate the right way. A good game plan is necessary in all aspects of life, whether you're playing a football game, or buying, selling a house. Bo Kregner can be your coach. He is the Nick Saban, except he doesn't work for the bad team of local realtors. He can come in there and put you through the process to get you the successful outcome you desire. If you are looking to buy or sell a home at the end of this year or even into next year, go ahead and get the wheels spinning with a free consultation from the area's best realtor. It's Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group, 865-742-1035. Tell him I sent you. He'll take great care of you. Bo Kregner, 865-742-1035 for that free consultation, or just visit him online at BoKnowsHouses.com. It's Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group with Realty Executives. They do real estate the right way. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show here this afternoon.
Where did we end up on the Josh Heupel approval poll? What's the final numbers?
We had this conversation. It was 88%.
88?
Yeah.
Sorry.
The in aggregate.
3 screens, 2 mice. A lot going on over
2
here.
mice?
Sorry.
You've got mice over there?
Mouse.
Oh.
1 mouse and 2 mice.
Yeah. Do we need to call a exterminator?
A board. All these screens. Some are touched, some are not. Sorry I brought it. I just wanted to know.
Man, we talked about it for like 3 hours yesterday on the show. It wasn't something that was just brought up in passing. It was literally the subject of the show yesterday. It was Josh Heupel.
Yeah, but when did the poll? I thought you left the poll open until today. That's what you usually do, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
Point of clarification from Sean Fincham on X. ReliaQuest Bowl was formerly the Hall of Fame Bowl and then the Outback Bowl.
What is your favorite Hall of Fame Bowl memory? I know mine. It's about a team that we just mentioned moments ago.
Michigan, right?
Nope. Boston College.
Boston College. Look at the big brain on Bear. He was
His
paying
first
attention to
bowl
something.
in 1992.
Well, it was Philip Fulmer's first game after he got the interim tag removed off of him. 1992 season.
Yeah, I wasn't even here.
A young Heath Schuler.
Running roughshod over the Boston College Eagles down in Tampa Bay.
We used to play them quite a bit.
Yeah, we did. They beat us up here one year, as I recall, in the 88 season.
BC used to be good, man. They're not anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Not anymore.
Did you see Billo just erupting on some poor reporter?
Yeah.
They're 1-6 in O'Brien's second season there. And they've got some beat reporter there at a press conference. He's like, what do you say to fans that are, and before he could get the question out, O'Brien just cuts him off and cuts a promo on him.
Really?
You're always in here being negative. We're not negative, okay? I don't say anything to the fans. We are going up. We're going all the way, man. Blah, blah. You know, he's just going off. It's like, dude, you're 1-6 in year 2. Things are not going well.
Luke Kuechly ain't walking through that door.
Doug Flutie's not walking through that door.
Who was that receiver for Doug Flutie's Hail Mary against Miami?
Phelan?
Gerard Phelan. That's it. I'm thinking of that Michigan Bowl. Was that Citrus Bowl? Where we smoked Michigan.
Yeah. It was
Jason Witten.
Yeah.
Running away from their secondary.
Yeah.
Should have been in the Rose Bowl playing Miami.
Yep.
To see who truly was the best. And
that was a good team we had there. Texter in the text box says that is Tony's baseball schedule. I didn't say it wasn't. But that is something worth remembering. I'm sure this schedule was done while he was still the head coach.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
He's saying like if we're criticizing Elander for scheduling soft,
no, it
would be.
It was already in place.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. He's had the job for like a week.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure he had input.
He's the head coach now. Like I don't know what to tell him. He's up for criticism. Get him on the show next week. Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there, buddy?
Yeah. Cupcake City,
Yeah.
baby. B.S. Osborne on the live chat says Tennessee won that 1988 game against BC. I was there.
Yeah, that was the one that stopped the slide.
10-7 was the score, he said.
That was a rain game, as I recall.
It was
Sounds
freezing.
like it.
All right, quick timeout. When we continue, who's going to be the quarterback next year for Tennessee? We kind of hit on this a little bit earlier. We'll see if we get a look at Merklinger, McIntyre against New Mexico State. You would think that'd be an opportunity for those guys to get a little put their identity on film, as Butch Jones used to say.
Butch Jones is ass.
Did he really say that?
Oh, yeah. That was a
I thought
put your identity on film.
I thought I'd heard them all.
It's critical.
got to put your identity on film, brother. We'll talk about it. Plus, Mama Boo is
back at it
in
again.
she's back online and saying stuff and posting screenshots of what I'm sure the other party thought was confidential text communications. We will talk about that when we continue. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
Knoxville, get ready. The big sports show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at bigsportshow.com. That's bigsportshow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
Are you ready to make your dream home a reality? Hi, I'm Bo Kregner, and here at the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, we know that finding the perfect home is more than just a transaction. It's about finding your sanctuary, your future, your happiness. Our team is dedicated to guiding you every step of the way, ensuring a smooth and stress-free journey towards home ownership. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, we're here to help. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or just visit us online at bonowshouses.com.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Anderson County High School quarterback J.D. Gillum. Gillum led Anderson County to a thrilling 31-30 win over Alcoa last week with over 300 yards of total offense and 4 touchdowns as the Mavericks finished their season 7-2 heading into the playoffs. Anderson County High School's J.D. Gillum, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Whether you're heading to work, taking the kids to school, or planning your next road trip, your car needs to be ready for the ride. Hi, I'm Russell Smith, and I've been a customer at Matlock Tire and Auto Service for about as long as I've been driving. For me, it all comes down to trust. Look, I'm not a car guy, and I just don't want to get taken advantage of on car maintenance costs. Matlock Tire Service is a family-owned and operated business, and they wouldn't have made it this long if they hadn't been providing trustworthy service you can depend on. They're the home of the price match guarantee, which means you can bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. I've bought a lot of tires at Matlock over the years, and I always go there for my oil changes. You should too. They've got locations in Farragut, Hardin Valley, Lenoir City, Maryville, and Athens. Visit their website, matlocktireservice.com, to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Honest service, quality work, dependable care, Matlock Tire and Auto Service.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. It's Thursday, November 6th. Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville, and Bear at your service. Bob, doing the old 3-day weekend thing coming up, huh?
Well, this one came up a while back. It's going to honor a buddy of mine who I grew up with, who's a Division III, coaches a Division III football program up.
Head coach?
Yeah, head coach up in Indiana.
What school is it?
Franklin College. I mean,
Okay.
he's been successful. I mean, they've made the playoffs a couple times, and I mean, they play like the big boys like Mount Union and some of those others. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll head up. I was saying to you during the break, it's such a weird juxtaposition to football here because they have a really strong fan base, but I mean, sold out crowd there will be about 3,000 people.
Yeah, so it's like a big high
College.
school game more than
Yeah,
more
it's
than
like,
a college game,
like a big time high school football
that's
game.
that level. We were talking during the break about Hal Mummy. There's an article in The Athletic this week of the former Kentucky head coach. Yeah, I think he's 73 now. He's the
like
oldest
Methuselah.
coach in college football. He's older than Belichick by about 8 months. And he came off the couch basically to coach at Centenary this year. He's the offensive coordinator. And said he just loves it and loves being around ball. They're not very good this year, but I've been to Centenary's in Shreveport. My wife had family ties there, and that is I didn't even know they played football. It is a very small school.
Most famous alum,
Robert Parrish.
The
chief.
And what isn't their mascot? Aren't they the gentlemen?
The gents.
They're the gents. Yeah,
that's where the chief went.
Yeah, my father-in-law covered him. It was one of his first assignments, was covering Robert Parrish coming out of high school in Louisiana and at Centenary.
Kid from,
looks good.
Kid from
Mommy
Centenary
does.
probably doesn't make it in the NBA these days.
I'm just
saying
he would be found.
Someone like him, I guess. But my point is, those kids don't go to those schools anymore. You know, they end up.
Well, I feel like they do. Like, where did Connect start out?
He's before Northern Colorado. Didn't he go to
JUCO?
It was JUCO, I think, to start.
And Joey Aguilar started in
Diablo State.
I mean, I think there'd be a handful. I mean, the Freeman kid playing at Lincoln Memorial last year.
Yeah.
Like, I think there'll be those schools can get kids, and then
that's what
if they show any aptitude at all, they're going to get plucked up.
That's what I'm saying. You're not going to see like a Robert Parrish,
No,
like
no.
3 or 4
years,
years
yeah.
at Centenary, that type of thing.
Where was it? Walter Payton went to what? Jackson? Was it Jackson State?
Yep. Which is where Coach Prime was at.
And then Jerry Rice,
Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah, the Delta
And,
Devils.
Russ probably don't remember this guy. He's in the Hall of Fame. John Stallworth from the Steelers. He went to is it Alabama A&M? It's like right up 65 from Huntsville.
Huh.
Steve McNair at Alcorn State.
Yeah.
Remember McNair Mania, like how big a deal that was in 93, 94, whatever that year was, that he was up for the Heisman?
Doug Williams, Grambling.
Yeah, he was unbelievable.
I mean, Doug Williams today would show out at Grambling and then he'd be at Alabama the next season.
Yeah, exactly.
Or one of the big schools, Alabama, Ohio State, Tennessee.
Austin Price over at VolQuest got the message boarders all up in a tizzy yesterday when he said that he believes Jake Merklinger will not be here next year, that he'll be gone by January. And I mean, that's certainly something that's been speculated. I don't think is a huge shocker. But the question becomes, if that's known within the program that, hey, Merklinger is not the future at quarterback, he knows it, the coaches know it, and therefore he's going to enter the transfer portal, and we'll wish him well. And maybe he goes to South Florida and finds a starting job, and that's good. But we've got a couple of big-time prospects in George McIntyre, who is a 5-star, and Faison Brandon, who is a 5-star, who are going to be on campus next year. Merklinger is the quote unquote backup on the depth chart right now. And he was, vying for the starting job in the offseason. If you know that he's basically gone, how do you approach the the New Mexico State game in 2 weeks? If you're fortunate enough to get a big lead, how do you approach backup playing time at quarterback behind Joey Aguilar?
How do we think they ought to do it, or how do we think Heupel's going to do it?
Yes.
That's two separate things.
I bet you we'd still see Merklinger.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too.
And that's the wrong move, right?
Probably.
In modern college football. I just don't think there's any room for sentimentality and if you stay, you play, and I'm loyal and all this stuff. And when you're making $9 million a year and you're trying to make the college football playoff, I think you got to play McIntyre.
Well, yeah, and
the whole time, like
Merklinger is being compensated.
I'm saying, well, yeah, no snaps for Merklinger, no snaps for the walk-ons. Like, I get Aguilar out there as soon as possible and let McIntyre play as long as possible to get a long look, and I let him throw it around. I let him run the offense.
Yeah, you want to see what you got in him.
Yeah.
Before going into next year, because we're going to have to make a decision, because we cannot go into next year with just King George and an uber talented, but I think we'd all agree is probably going to be a very green true freshman in Faison Brandon. I just assume we're going to get somebody else out of the portal.
I don't know if that's a safe assumption. I think that's exactly what they should do.
What if Joey lawyered up and ended up staying?
Would be great.
You'd be good with that? I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Do you think we'd lose George? Or do you think he'd
I don't
stick
think
around
so.
for another year?
I think if you tell him, look, we've got one more year of Aguilar, then like, hey, you guys are going to fight it out. We're going to evaluate you over the course of 2026. You might get hurt. You might play. Yeah. It's football. You don't know. But at the end of the 2026 season, it's George versus Faison. May the best man win.
Do any of the last couple of games where Joey's been a little looser with the ball concern you at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
It doesn't concern me either. I'm just putting it out there.
No. As a matter of fact, like I almost feel, Bob, like if he has the opportunity to get through this, because it's been trial by fire, man, and he has done spectacularly.
Yeah, he could be better next year.
Yeah, exactly. Right? He has a chance to catch his breath, reflect, really hone in, go through spring practice, really dial in on the system, take it to another level, just like Hendon Hooker did in 2022, and come back and lead this thing with Staley and Matthews coming back, Keys and Rodarius Jackson, all the guys that we're going to have out there. And yeah, I mean, I think that would be the best case scenario. I don't know if that's possible at all for another year for Joey, but even if it's not, I think you want to go out there and find another guy.
I mean, just about have to.
Unless you are just have complete confidence in George McIntyre, it just feels like Nico all over again. It's the same thing where he didn't play much at all in 2023, and you're just handing him the keys. And I don't think our fans, rightfully so, want to go through next season as, well, it's on the job training. Yeah. We're figuring it out. Like we're setting up for 2027. We don't want to set up for 2027. We gave you the mulligan this year because of the Nico thing, and we knew what we were getting into. And yeah, we're a little frustrated about it right now, but ain't nobody talking about running Josh Heupel out of here. We don't want to have this conversation next year, man. Go get a dude.
I don't disagree. I think it would be a really good idea. Did you happen to see the other Austin Price piece that got everybody riled up?
I did not.
That he doesn't understand why Boo is still on the
team. Well, that was going to be our segue here was Mama Boo is back at it. Posting on Facebook yesterday, not being rude, but if you know, you know, I'm not stunt nothing anyone post. We don't know them. They don't know us. Stop contacting me, all caps, about what's being posted. We make decisions based off our family, not what the public's saying. BTWCC.
BTWCC. By the way,
yeah, we know. I think I think we know that they're gone. She's been pretty open about it all season long, and to Austin's point, like, what are you doing? Is there a part of Heupel that should be like, boo, we wish you well. Go ahead and get on to your next stop, son.
I mean, can they not put Matthews or I know Staley's kind of out. You know, he
didn't see the field except for special teams, right?
Yeah, and
Against
he
Oklahoma.
refused to return 2 very returnable punts.
Mama Boo also posted screenshots of a text message exchange with somebody identified in her phone as Coach William. And I'm wondering if is it Alan Williams, the former Vikings defensive coordinator, who's a analyst? It's just speculation on my part, but why you would post your text messages, screenshots online is just, I mean, these people, ridiculous. But she says, y'all making it seem as if he a problem when he not, and no one is speaking up about it, which to me makes me feel like y'all want it to look like he the problem. I speak English, by the way. I'm just reading it as it's written.
You're reading it verbatim.
Yes. Yeah. And then the coach responds, he is not a problem at all. I would assume whoever wrote that hasn't talked with any of the coaches. That's not true. To which she responds, that's what I'm saying. It's making it look like he a problem and no one has cleared anything up. I mean, she says that he's a little bit banged up right now, and maybe that's maybe that's true. Maybe that's why he's not playing defense, and we just got him back there trying to fair catch a punt or two. But this Boo Carter thing has gone about as horribly as you could possibly have imagined. And when we were going through all that in August, should we take him back? Does he have to go through the thing? Remember all the hours we spent talking about this kid?
Remember the chatter about, man, maybe we can give him some looks on the offense too.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, and you know, in hindsight, you probably should have. You missed an opportunity to just boot him and kind of send a message about discipline to your team.
Exactly.
Hour number 2 of the drive coming up. Fan Run Radio. 2 tickets to the big sports show right now for caller number 10. 865-966-3435. You want to go see the big sports show Saturday? Be caller number 10 right now. Hour number 2 coming up.
The Drive. The voluntary reaction.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC. Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks And you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life. Days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
This football season, crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Co-owned by the Kelsey brothers and brewed right here in the Volunteer State, Garage Beer is perfect for fall fire pits and Tennessee tailgates. So pick up a 12-pack today of the official beer of Football Fridays on Fan Run Radio. Garage Beer, 100% beer-flavored beer.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, can we play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway here on Fan Run Radio and the Top 4 at 4. Brought to you this afternoon by the Big Sports Show. It's coming up on Saturday over at the World's Fair Exhibition Hall. The big names, huge sports names going to be in town on Saturday. We'll run through them coming up here after the Top 4 at 4, which starts with very sad news coming out of Dallas. Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland passing away at the age of 24 this morning from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot, according to the authorities.
Yeah, it sounds like he had apparently his girlfriend had called in, called the police that he was having a mental health episode.
Yeah, they said there was some sort of pursuit with the authorities where he ran from them, and I guess
then they found his car wrecked and he was gone, and then they found him.
Oh my God. Like he's 24 years old playing for the Cowboys.
Mental illness can strike anybody at any time and can be just absolutely vicious.
Yeah, I wonder, his business, but wonder what the backstory is there. What's going on? He was, again, 24-year-old out of Western Michigan. He was a second-round pick of the Cowboys in 2024. So, can you just imagine what the devastation is like in that locker room with a guy who's been on the team for 2 years? It's got to be just horrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 2, former Northwestern football coach Pat Fitzgerald says he feels 100% vindicated in the wake of the August settlement of his wrongful termination lawsuit against the school he was the head coach of for 17 seasons. Fitzgerald, speaking publicly for the first time since his firing in 2023, told ESPN's College Game Day podcast that he spent the past 2 years preparing to return to coaching and is actively seeking a return to the college sideline.
That'd be a good guy to put a bet on, I'd say.
Well, is that a name that, if you're looking for a defensive coordinator, not naming any names, that you might kick the tires on?
Possibly. I think he's
a
probably
pretty good D coordinator. You
He
think he's just
certainly
gonna
is.
get a head job.
Yeah, I think he's got designs on a head job, but who knows if he'll get that? I don't know. Boy, he'd be great as a DC, though.
He got done pretty bad, didn't he?
Yeah. That whole thing was messy.
Is he worthy of a look at Penn State?
That's what I was just sitting here
His
thinking.
name got brought up early for Penn State, but then I haven't heard it again. It was just one of the, like, they threw out about a half a dozen.
I don't know.
names.
If he did, he'd have to bring in somebody off.
He just
I feel
seems like a Penn
Riley
State guy.
or Kiffin,
An offense guy.
Yeah, a Heupel disciple, somebody.
Number 3, Georgia Tech's Brent Key has seen his name mentioned for several vacant coaching jobs, but shooting down those rumors, saying he's not departing his alma mater, making the emphatic statement, quote, "Slice me open and see what colors I bleed."
Yellow and black.
If that's what he bleeds, he has a dangerous medical condition. I would say it's more likely he's going to be the head coach at Alabama next.
Roll down Tide.
See what I did there? Blood, crimson. No? Okay. Yeah, is Brent Key a guy that we're talking about for any of these jobs?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the guy's on he was in playoff contention this year from his alma mater.
He is. They've had a fine season. Georgia Tech grad from Birmingham. He's 26-17. And I remember who was the guy who was there before, Collins or something, and it just wasn't working out. They pushed him out, elevated Brent Key, and then they just gave him the job. And it was a very underwhelming hire, but he started out 8-0 this season, and now all of a sudden he's having to refute his interest in other jobs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be breaking down the door to hire Brent Key if I'm an SEC school, but it doesn't sound like he's very interested in going anyway.
I mean, if you can't get one of the, one or two names in the top tier, I'd be real tempted to just get Summerall or Golish.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy that he gets named? His name is Stein?
Will Stein at Oregon.
Yeah. That's getting thrown out there a little bit too.
Kentucky fans they covet him.
Yes.
Hey, good luck with that. You're still on the hook for Mark Stoops' humongous
Poor Stoops.
bio.
Poor Mark
Stoops.
Poor Mark Stoops. Well, I heard those screenshots of him when we're beating them down, and they're just going to him on the sideline, and he's like, he looks so sad over there. He's like, I don't want to be. I was supposed to be the coach at Texas A&M. I'm supposed to be undefeated and number 2 in the country, not Mike Elko. That's supposed to be me. And instead, I'm up here with these toothless, knuckle-dragging coal miners. Poor Mark Stoops.
Yeah.
Hell with him.
Number 4, football on the tube tonight. In the college game, you've got a Sun Belt showdown between Appy State and Georgia Southern in Boone. Mountaineers a 5.5-point favorite there, for those of you who might be inclined to place a friendly wager. And then an American Athletic Conference showdown between Comrade Golish and the South Florida Bulls, playing host to the Roadrunners of UT San Antonio.
TSA.
They just took Tulane out behind the woodshed last week. UTSA did.
That's another guy. Is it Traylor?
Mark Traylor.
Mark Traylor.
Yeah.
No relation to Robert Tractor Traylor.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. in peace.
Yeah. He's another coach that gets some also that Texas State coach, not for some of these big jobs, but his name.
He's one of the he's off the Leach tree, right?
Yeah.
Who, is it
I can't remember the name.
It's not Sonny Cumbie. Is it Graham Harrell?
No.
Where is Graham Harrell?
It's kind of a funky name, but I can't place it now.
But these guys are all guys that names like this are guys that once the carousel starts,
right,
and the music starts, they may end up.
Those guys could be like targets for Missouri if Drink goes somewhere or something like that. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the NFL tonight, you've got a AFC West showdown between the Raiders and the Broncos in Denver.
That used to be just such a great rivalry, and
yeah,
And now you've got a game where the Broncos are a 9.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
Sammy hit me with, he's listening. Thank you, Sam.
G.J. Kinney.
G.J. Kinney is the Texas State.
He was a Texas State or Texas Tech quarterback under Leach, right?
Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
Wonder if he was there when Leach locked Craig James' kid in the closet.
He might have.
That will never not be funny to me. Go sit in the dark.
You're right about that NFL game tonight. Back to that. I used to love those big AFC West showdowns.
If the Broncos would just break out those great throwback uniforms, those Elway era uniforms, and
with the
Raiders and their silver pants and white jerseys, oh man, it doesn't get any better than that for a sports aesthetic enthusiast.
Maybe take 3 or 4 just gratuitous, illegal hits.
Those Raiders unis, you notice they never do any alternates or anything. They just stick to the plans.
It's perfection.
Yeah.
The great ones do, although I guess we could certainly dispute whether or not they are great. That is the top 4 at 4. It is brought to you by our friends with the Big Sports Show, which is coming up on Saturday afternoon. And if I can find the text I sent somebody earlier, I'm going to tell you all about it. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. at the Knoxville Convention Hall, Knoxville World's Fair Exhibition Hall. Don't go to the convention center. It's not there. The ultimate card collectors and autograph event. And we're giving away tickets here the next couple of days here on Fan Run Radio. So stay tuned for your chance to win. Just gave away a few more. And we got passes to get in. Some of them you have to pay for the autographs, but like the UT folks, I know Deshaun Bishop is going to be there. Braylon Staley going to be there, and Jaden Perlotti. Those are free autographs. So we're going to give you, and you can go and meet these guys for free. Take your kids, get an autograph and everything. And I'd say, all 3 of those guys are going to play in the league, right?
Oh, yeah.
Staley and Perlotti almost for certain. And we'll see. I think Bishop probably gets a shot somewhere.
I'd say he gets a look.
Yeah. So you get to go see those guys. Some of the other big names, Shamiqua Holtzclaw, James Littleman Stewart. Well, he was a hero of mine when I was but a wee lad. Those of you of an older vintage will remember names like Earl Campbell, Wade Boggs, Doc Gooden going to be in town. Just some
doctor.
Yeah, Jose Canseco is going to be here on Saturday.
Wow. I wonder if Earl, and I'm being serious here, I wonder if Earl Campbell is wheelchair bound or no.
Last time I saw him, he was.
Yeah. His knees were so shot he couldn't walk, was what I last remember seeing.
He was the first football player that, when I was a little kid.
Well, to be what? A 240-pound running back on AstroTurf, the original AstroTurf.
Right.
Like you're taking those kind of hits, those kind of punishments, padding, and it was a more violent game back there. The hits were more vicious. You're not getting penalized for targeting and stuff, and you're playing on concrete.
And
basically,
they ran him he averaged 35 or 40 carries a game.
God, he was good though.
Bum Phillips was like, to hell with Earl Campbell's knees.
Yeah, the rest of his body, he's broken down. But if you still, to me, he's the greatest college running back I ever watched run the football.
Javon Kearse is going to be there.
The freak.
No, I had trouble with because
mixed feelings.
He tormented us when he was at Florida, and then he became a Titan, and it's like,
kind of loved him when he was with the Titans. Loved him a lot.
Here's a name some of you may remember: Jeff Blake.
Yeah, East Carolina.
Remember that season they were so good
in college.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's where he was. Yeah, and he was good in the NFL for a little while too.
He was the Bungles quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Carl Pickens, who they had a connection. CP going to be here. Another one of my favorites from back in the day. Billy White Shoes Johnson. All these guys. Vince Papale going to be at the World's Fair Exhibition Hall on Saturday and we are giving away tickets all week long. So stay tuned for your cue to call and get free tickets to the Big Sports Show. Find out more online at bigsportshow.com.
Now I'm a little bummed. I'm serious. If I were in town, I think I'd like to check that out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go. Me and a friend, we're going to take our boys down there and let them get some autographs and stuff like that. Walk around for a minute.
You think a lot of people do the Billy White Shoes dance to Billy White Shoes?
Yeah. I've been at he's at a bunch of Titans games. I was there last year when they did the Oilers throwback jerseys, and he came out and he can still do it.
He still do the James Brown split and everything?
I don't know about that, but he was like junkyard dog thing.
He's kind of they give him credit as kind of one of the originators of the end zone dance in
Yeah.
general, right? I mean,
He was the one who made it famous. I mean, yeah.
One of the OG diva wide receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time on kickoff returns where he was almost untouchable. They couldn't get a finger on him.
I miss those uniforms, man.
Texter says App State, not Appy State. Please,
Yeah.
Sincerely, an App State and Tennessee grad.
I was going to say something to you about that. But
You'll take Appy State and like it.
I like it's App State. Nobody up there calls it Appy State.
Texter says, Boo is yet another example of Josh not knowing how to pick a 5-star. As if you can pick a 5-star, right? Yes, bring me that one. He amuses me. Yes. Sorry. Compare Boo and Nico to Ament or the elite recruits Vitello got. Vitello and Barnes know how to evaluate 5-stars that won't be a locker room issue. Clearly, Josh can't. Heck, compare Boo to how Barnes handled the Cam Carr situation.
I don't think that's fair at all. Number one, I can't remember how many 5-stars. David Sanders isn't having these problems. He's a 5-star.
Well, I would say that, yeah, I mean, that's a good example. Lance Hurd was a 5-star that we got out of the portal who's going to be early entry to the NFL last year. Mike Matthews is doing fine.
Was Staley a 4-star? He was a
4-star. Yeah, I mean, it's Pierce was a 5-star. He was a first-round pick. He was a very productive player here. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's just different in football, too, when you talk about the numbers there. And it's not like Boo has been – it's been a distraction to the fans.
He's not been not gotten in trouble. He's just kind of a knucklehead.
Yeah.
Just immature.
If you had kicked him off the field in August, would anything be different? Like our record wouldn't be different. Like nothing. I don't think games would have gone different.
I think it made fans and probably the coaching staff. His effort level at Kentucky wasn't great, and I think it irritated fans and coaches.
I think there's some validity to the point of in this day and age because they talk about Boo and Nico. Neither one of them are like reprobates, right? I mean, they're just they were problems.
Immature.
Yeah, they were just problems in their own way. And the whole thing is in this era, you just don't know, man. And I do, one of the things Barnes said off the bat, we talked to him over the summer about Nate Ament, and he said what was first and foremost for me was a better person than a basketball player. I could just see the family. Those guys do put a lot of stock into the family aspect of it. But to your point, Russ, it's not to say Josh doesn't do that. The numbers game, he has to get so many more players, right? That's the other thing.
Well, the notion that you can pick 5-stars.
Right. And
Rick Barnes does not pick 5-stars.
No.
I tell you recruit them, you beg them to come here, and football is no different.
Right.
You take the best players you can get.
And the odds when you have to take that many more players, in this case for football, the odds of you're going to get some, clunkers, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It just does.
So the 5-stars we've got next year, Brandon, I think Gabriel Osenda is a 5-star on one. And then we're recruiting, obviously, David Gabriel George for the class of 2027. Chances are one of those guys ain't going to work out.
Yeah. What about Keys?
Yep. Tristan Keys.
Yeah.
Got to take him. You got to recruit him, right? You don't pick them. They pick you.
I'm going to say something, and I'm excited that we have Tristan Keys, but I got a funky feeling about Tristan Keys.
Oh no! Oh, just because of the LSU thing,
just the whole
goofy recruitment, goofy career,
and then doing had no shame whatsoever coming here and showing out in the uniform and everything before he even flipped. And I don't know. There's just I hope not, man. I am thrilled that we got somebody of that talent level coming, but I don't know.
I just wonder, we talked about this briefly yesterday, the playing time thing, because Matthews and Staley were assuming that we're going to give them raises and they're going to be back and key guys next year. And then you got one spot.
Yeah.
And Radarius Jackson, is going to have a great chance in his second year to grab that. So is Travis Smith and then Tristan Keys. So those are three very highly touted, highly thought of players vying for one position. Somebody's not going to be happy.
Yeah.
Good problems to have, though.
Absolutely.
Quick timeout. When we continue, our old pal Trey Wallace of Outkick joins the festivities. We'll get his thoughts on the coaching carousel spinning out of control, and it's not even December yet. Stay tuned. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Knoxville. Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right. Zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, HitTrax batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lodgen, one of the hygienists here at Knoxville Smiles. If your children are having sleep or behavioral issues, we have things we can do in modern dentistry that can help not just with their dental health, but also their overall health. Early intervention is the key for younger patients and can avoid costly procedures later in life. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call here at the office and schedule an appointment. 865-539-1776. Or just book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at knoxvilleinsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. That's War Eagle Wallace's music. Hello, Trey. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Just gave it to a little third eye blind. I'm good.
Man, it is Trey Wallace season with all these coaching openings going on. Hit me with a juicy nugget, man. Give me just some unfounded rumor or speculation you're hearing behind the scenes right now about so-and-so's going where, or this job's getting to fire so-and-so, or something like that.
Well, first off, I need some Ritalin because I think I've probably slept 4 hours in 2 weeks. But yeah, other than that, no, it's I keep an eye out on. I mentioned this the other day. Keep an eye out on USC. I've been telling you guys and Private Text and others that there's going to be a big name, in my opinion, in talking with folks that jump from like 2021. Remember in 2021 we had, let's see, it was Brian Kelly went to LSU from Notre Dame. You had Lincoln Riley go from Oklahoma to USC. You had Mario Cristobal go from Oregon to Miami. There were like one or two. They weren't as substantial, but I think we're going to see a big name leave one school for the other. And I'm not just, and again, I'm not talking about like Lane Kiffin taking the Florida job. I'm talking about somebody that folks aren't really talking about right now at the moment. We're just in a different age, man. Like this is it. Like it doesn't even compare to like the Nick Saban thing, because the Nick Saban thing, when he retired, he just created a little domino effect. You know what I mean? Like this one does remind me of like Lincoln dipping off to USC, and Brian Kelly taking the LSU job. Because there are so many interesting jobs that are out there right now. And I say that as in, Florida, LSU, Penn State. I think the Auburn job is up there. I think they got some work to do. But at the same time, guys, we aren't done. Like I know Arkansas is open. Is Kentucky going to open up potentially? And at the same time, what is the ripple effect from all of this? Like, you're going to see John Summerall have to make a decision between potentially Ole Miss, Auburn, and Kentucky. Are you going to see that big name job open up and then somebody goes there? Like, so what I'm saying is the possibilities are endless right now, and talking with so many folks over the last couple of weeks, man, and I think we're only getting started here.
Brother Trey, it's good talking to you, man. Thanks for joining
My
us.
man.
Yeah.
Former boss. Good to talk to you.
Yes, good talking to you. Let's keep it in one of these places where you mentioned there's some through lines here with Kelly and formerly Nick Saban. And what in the hell is going on at LSU? Like we talked about a little earlier, the latest is the AD thing where they had an interim AD and now they don't. And again, what we were talking about, I want to get your take. If you're a coach of any renown, do you really want to go there? I know it's an attractive job, but what a mess.
Well, it just goes back to, first off, it goes back to how everything went down with Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly got fired by Scott Woodward, and Scott Woodward did not let the Board of Supervisors know that he was about to fire Brian Kelly. Pretty much happened in the heat of the moment type of situation. Okay, so then you got to pick up the phone to the Board of Supervisors. Hey, guys, by the way, I just fired Brian Kelly. Y'all got to come up with $54 million. Sorry about that. Oops. And then you get to a point where, the governor is getting involved. Well, the governor was involved from the start. You're holding meetings at the mansion. You're talking about the legalities of the contract, and then his crazy self, Southern politics at its finest, wants to come out during a government shutdown press conference and blast the AD. Like, you can't get more crazy than that in college football. And then it just kind of festered from there, man. Like, we already knew that there were going to be 5 candidates on campus that Friday. Final little interviews for the president job. Okay, they named President Wade Roos, who was McNeese State president. And then all of a sudden, by the way, this doesn't happen, okay, in normal places. All of a sudden, you're telling me within 24 hours on the job, you already know who your athletic director is without starting a search? So you're just going to name the guy that's already been in there? All that was a Band-Aid. And in talking with folks down in the Baton Rouge area in Louisiana, they were not stunned is probably not the right word, but the fact that they tried to take off the interim tag so quick on somebody without doing a national search, I think that goes to show you what's going on right now at LSU. And I'm not saying Verge Osbury is not qualified to be the athletic director, but you just fired Scott Woodward. And you're naming the interim guy to run everything from now on. And then, by the way, you got the president who just did a big old word salad yesterday and the day before. Wants to come out, well, we took the interim tag off, but we're going to see what we're going to do down the road. Okay, all right. Well, that means he's still the interim AD. And then he says, well, he's acting AD. Well, it's the same darn thing as the interim AD. Like, you're just repeating yourself. It's the same thing. And then he wants to come out this morning and make it known, well, he's the permanent AD. Like, well, good Lord. Okay.
He's the assistant to the regional manager AD.
Right. Like, literally, I wrote an article this morning. This is an episode of the Southern Office. That's exactly what this is. Like, I can just picture somebody from the LSU administration just looking into a camera, like, what in God's name is going on here? So, and a lot of this has to do with the governor just being involved too much in this, because he really is. He is so involved. He acts like he's not involved. He's politicking last week, knowing that, election time was coming up and whatnot, and he's getting his name out there. Again, talking about the athletic director, while there are millions of people in the state of Louisiana that can't get SNAP benefits because the government shutdown's going on, but let's just make sure college football is in this conversation. Like, you just can't make this stuff up. God bless my Gulf Coast brethren down there. But I think that right now, Bob, we're at a point where I think the job is going to outweigh the nonsense that's going on behind the scenes and actually in front of the camera with this. LSU is still the premier job. In my opinion, LSU is top 5 job in the country, period. And I think that, I don't know if it will detour folks away, but I'll say this, it's going to open up the bargaining when it comes to a coach wanting to go down there and deal with that type of stuff. That's why I think personally Lane Kiffin is a better fit at Florida than he is at LSU. And I'm not saying he's leaving Ole Miss. I'm just saying in general, it just feels like Florida would be the move, besides the fact that he, kind of owes Layla one here. Layla's family's down there. Father played it there. She's the old cheerleader. We're going the Gruden way here, but all of her family's in that area. So, if there was ever going to be a move for Lane, I personally think it would be Florida over LSU, and that's not hating on either job. It's just at some point or another, when your mother of your children moves across country to live in Oxford, Mississippi, which I love Oxford, by the way. But then you have to make a decision about life and what it looks like for the next, I was about to say 10 years, but in college coaching, I mean, it could be 2 years, 3 years. So it's a tough situation. And I think that, I don't think a decision is going to be made until January. So I hope these teams that are fighting for Lane Kiffin, are ready to ride this thing out.
Trey Wallace of Outkick, our guest here this afternoon on The Drive. And Trey, this James Franklin to Virginia Tech thing. I mean, we talk about like bad fits.
Yeah.
He's on game day saying he's going to win a national championship somewhere else. And regardless of whether you think he's a national championship coach eventually or not, I think we would all agree you're probably not going to win your national championship at Virginia Tech. I feel like, I know he just got fired, but I feel like he can do better than that.
Well, okay, I know a lot of people are talking about Virginia Tech right now. I'd start paying attention to what's going on in Fayetteville with James Franklin. I don't think it's just Virginia Tech here. Arkansas folks think they have a play with James Franklin. Now, I can't imagine James Franklin at some booster event calling the Hogs, but they are willing to spend money to get a coach in there. I've talked to multiple people in Fayetteville. They've been kind of going at him here. And I think when you get this far down the road, he's had an offer for Virginia Tech for a minute now. When I say a minute, a week. But when you have Jimmy Sexton running things, okay, well, this creates a bidding war, guys. That's all it is. And could I see James Franklin winning at Virginia Tech? I mean, sure, whatever. Yeah, maybe. It's going to take a while, but I could see him winning maybe sooner at a school like Arkansas. And I would even say a school like Auburn. I know Auburn fans are, I wrote a column earlier this week about how Dabo would be a good fit down at Auburn. It would be the same school.
That would be weird.
Yeah, it would be weird, but, Dabo's got 1 year left, man. This is it. They're about to lay it out on the line for him. And actually, they already have behind the scenes where, hey, man, you got to get rid of some of these assistant coaches. And Dabo's not really on board with all the names that are on the list right now. So I think you're going to see a little infighting. You've already seen kind of a in wrestling terms, a heel move this week when he went after the referees and the officiating and everything that's gone on in the sport, which I applaud him for doing that. But I'm just saying, to get back to the Franklin stuff, it just feels like a bad fit. And I think there are other jobs out there that would probably suit James Franklin more. And don't forget this key nugget that we talked about earlier. And I've had multiple ADs talk to me about this, and GMs. We're not done yet. Why would James Franklin go take a job the second weekend of November, and there could possibly be 5 to 6 more jobs that open up, and you could be in the running for one of these other ones that are out there? Like, it makes no sense to sign immediately with Virginia Tech. So, that job's going to be there. And if it's not there, they'll go down there to Columbia, South Carolina, and offer Shane Beamer $10.5 million to come reset his clock. And Shane will have a decision to make if he wants, because Shane knows at the same time that he's probably going on his last year at South Carolina as well. So, this is all just one big moving target here. And I'm very interested to see how this plays out. And the interesting part about it all is there's 3 people running the chessboard right now: Jimmy Sexton, Trace Armstrong, and Clint Dowdle. 3 agents that are running college football and placing these coaches at different spots.
Let's tease out this Auburn story a little bit more. You just mentioned it. It blows my mind. We talked about this earlier in the week, that Auburn is looking now for their 4th head coach since 2020. I mean, so 5 years and on their 4th coach, whoever that's going to be. And like you said, I think there's some compelling points to that job. I think it could be a good job. But the other thing I wanted to get your take on, I think you even wrote about it a little, is it feels to me like Hugh kind of went down. I don't know if it's kicking and screaming, but it sounded like there was talk of a buyout earlier, and he didn't want a part of it at that point. And, he's even made some comments towards the end, like, oh, we're so close and all this other stuff. Do you have some more detail on how that was playing out behind the scenes?
Yeah. So according to source I spoke with last week, boosters had a come to Jesus meeting. And I don't mean that any pun intended to Hugh. It just came out accidentally right there. I'm sorry. With athletic director John Cohen about the current situation. They're not giving any more NIL money. They're not going to pony up that extra $7 million to go on top of that revenue share. They did that last year, and they didn't get any return on investment on that. Going into that Kentucky game, I know it's easy to say it was a must-win game, but it was absolutely a must-win game for Hugh Freeze to keep his job, just as much as if he was the coach this week, going to Vanderbilt would have been a must-win game. Because if he'd have lost, he'd have been 0-4 against Diego Pavia over the last 4 years, dating back to his last game at Liberty, when New Mexico State went into Liberty and won. So, that's what, Tennessee baseball fans like to call, Diego Pavia Hugh Freeze's daddy. So you look at where we went from Sunday. So I was told about Sunday after the game, they had conversations with, trustee members and boosters. So about 3:30 in the morning, John Cohen kind of slept on it a little bit. He already knew the decision that was going to be made. I hate to burst everybody's bubble for a good story out there, but Hugh Freeze wasn't scheduled to go golfing Sunday afternoon. That was actually his wife with a couple of friends that were going, not Hugh Freeze in general. But the decision was made. They were going to go with DJ Durkin as the interim coach. Hugh Freeze was going to be out, and then the buyout. So what's going on with these buyouts right now, guys, and you're seeing this at LSU as well. These coaches want to get back in the game within a year or so, and they don't like the mitigating circumstances that come if you go take another job. Meaning if Hugh Freeze were to let's just throw out of school. If Hugh Freeze were to go take the South Alabama job, that one's going to open up too. He would then have to offset that contract language. So if he's making, $2 million at South Alabama, but he was scheduled to get, let's just say $4 million from Auburn, he get half. Well, what they're doing right now is they're just coming up with a settlement agreement. They're coming up with, so if Hugh Freeze is owed $15.4 million from Auburn, they're probably going to settle around the $10 million mark. So they'll save $5 million, give him a lump sum payment of $10 million, and he'll walk away. For Brian Kelly, at LSU, I would imagine, LSU came back with a lowball offer, which is what they're going to do at first. I would imagine that gets settled probably around $25 million. And then he can go coach somewhere the next year. For the Auburn situation, though, that program was winning under Gus Malzahn. That program won a national championship under Gene Chizik. Well, now what you've done is, and here's the other interesting part, and I didn't kind of realize this the other day. You know, this will be the 7th straight Iron Bowl that there will be 2 different opposing coaches facing each other in that game. That was astonishing to me. 7th straight Iron Bowl, 2 different coaches will be against each other. If you remember back when Brian Harsin was fired, Cadillac Williams was the interim coach. Well, Nick Saban came down with COVID before the Iron Bowl. So Nick Saban was not there. It was actually Cadillac Williams as the interim versus Steve Sarkisian as the interim head coach that day. So it would be 7 straight years. I think Auburn, in my opinion, guys, got a lot of problems going on right now. They better not try to go swing for a home run hire and just bring somebody in that can stabilize the program. Just go offer John Summerall $9.5 million to be your head coach, man, and let him run things. And I'm not saying it's just going to be him, but I'm saying somebody like that. Go offer Alex Golesh $8. Alex will come in there, and he's a good coach. He has a great support staff down there. A lot of former Tennessee employees are down there right now with him. I mean, Andrew Warsaw, Parker Bell's down there. I could go on and on. I think he would do good at Auburn. So it's a tantalizing situation right now on the Plains. And, since you guys like to call me War Eagle Wallace, sure, there's some problems there within the fan base. But just like Tennessee fans, like Auburn fans always show up. So, but they were ready for Hugh to get fired, man. I mean, I'm texting my little brother who's an Auburn grad the other night. Well, it was after the Arkansas game. Hey, man, congrats on the win. Like I was being a smartass to him. And he goes, no, I wish we would have lost as Hugh could have been fired. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's where you're at now. So.
It's a dark place. It's a dark place to be. Hey, Trey, last thing for me here. I'm going to go ahead and put you on the record here, and we won't hold you to this, just for proverbial
Is this a Blue Carter question, by the way?
No,
man,
just,
that's an interesting topic. I got something for you on that. But go ahead.
Just poops and giggles real quickly here. Give me your prediction, the Trey Wallace prediction. Who's going to be the coach next year at LSU, Florida?
Why are you doing this to me?
And Auburn.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because it's fun.
I really dislike you. Lane Kiffin is the Florida coach.
Okay.
John Summerall takes the Ole Miss job. LSU. Ooh, I'm about to go out on a limb here. Please don't post this to social media. Give me a second here. LSU is, oh man, LSU is going to hire Lincoln Riley.
Mark the tape.
And Auburn.
Kane Womack.
Yeah, I know. Kane Womack really wants a job.
Comrade Golesh?
I'm going to say either Alex Golesh or Brent Key.
So you think Kiffin moves? You think this is it? This is the year Kiffin moves?
I don't, man. Yeah, kind of. I do. Just in talking with the folks, like I feel like it's coming, but guys, can I just be straight and honest with you here? It would not surprise me one single bit if he stays in Oxford. He loves Oxford. His family loves it. Layla moved from Southern California, from Manhattan Beach to Oxford, Mississippi, and she's embraced that place.
Are they getting back together or something?
Well, no, they're co-parenting right now. They're co-parenting.
Lane divorced this broad, and he can't get rid of her. She's following him all over the country.
I thought she left.
Well, maybe there's another reason why he'd want to move to Gainesville.
Hey, Trey, is there any?
Maybe y'all picked up on that.
Well, we did. I know we talked about Franklin and possibly Arkansas. For some reason, I keep being enamored with the thought of Franklin at Auburn. Is there any shot at that?
So James Franklin has made it known that he would like the Auburn job. He's made it known. Now, here's the problem with Auburn right now. Auburn fans think they're entitled to Ryan Day or Dan Lanning or somebody along those lines, or Josh Heupel, according to some folks around that covered the SEC. I think that I don't know if that would be the fit. I think he would win at Auburn, if I'm being honest with you. I would love to see James Franklin going up against Alabama on a weekly basis when it comes to recruiting. I think he would. I do think he would have more success at Auburn than he would at like Arkansas, and even Virginia Tech. But at the same time, you're not going to please the fans. I think that's the biggest thing. I've talked to so many ADs over the last couple of weeks about this type of stuff. Like, you're going to hit a double, and you're going to try to sell it as a home run, but your fan base is still going to see it as a single or a double. You guys get what I'm saying here? Like, you're not pleasing everybody. You know, it's like when Tennessee went out and hired Jeremy Pruitt. You know, folks are like, wait, what?
No, I think that's what Penn State is finding out. Like, you ran James Franklin out, and you're going to upgrade.
Right. That's kind of what I'm getting at here, and that's what makes things even more fascinating. By the way, if you guys on y'all's next segment need to probably read the Brian Kelly statement that just came out on his Twitter account.
That should be good.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. So I think that, you know, looking at it overall, some of these schools, man, are just going to have to do with what they get. You know, there's not Shohei Ohtani's everywhere around college football right now. You know, and that's why I think you're going to see one major move in the sport. But I just think some people are going to have to come to grips with an Alex Golis, who's only been a head coach for a certain amount of years, and move on, or a John Summerall from a G5. You know, just because, here's how I'll leave it. Just because Billy Napier didn't work out at Florida doesn't mean every G5 coach out there is not going to work out or have a good chance to work at another school. I think fans are so, you know, just encapsulated with the fact that they look at Billy Napier did for Louisiana Lafayette, and he goes to Florida and doesn't work out. It's like, no more G5 hires. That's it. We can't do it anymore. It's over. We got to go find a home run. Sorry, there's not many home runs out there.
Well, so, Brian Kelly doesn't work out, so no more Group of Five or no more Power Four conference coaches, right?
Right, like, I mean, exactly. And Notre Dame, you know, makes Marcus Freeman their head coach, and look where they're at now. Like, I love Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman is a great coach, and look where they're at. So I just, you're not going to get it right every time, man. And even it's like recruiting, dude. Like, I was listening to y'all's conversation before I came on. You're not going to nail every single 5-star recruit out there. It's not always going to work out. You know, these players come with problems, man, and you got the wrong people around them. And you got people in their ear, and they're money hungry right now, and they want to just get the quickest buy that they can and the quickest check and try to move on. You know, so I just, you know, and on the way out, you know, I know you guys were talking about like the Boo Carter situation. You know, if Josh Heupel had a do-over, Boo Carter wouldn't be on the football team during the first week of fall camp. He just wouldn't. And that's not a shot to the kid. But when you're trying to go out and land at another school and see if you can get put on scholarship and see if you can actually play this upcoming season for a different school, and then you want to come back to Tennessee and be like, hey, guys, sorry about that.
He did that, didn't he? He tried to get on at Colorado.
He tried. I'm not going to say Colorado, in fact, but I'm saying that he did explore his options about if he would be eligible to play this season at another school, which, by the way, multiple kids have done that. Like, that's nothing new. Like, but you can't expect a guy to come back and you're not really playing him on defense and you got him on punt returns and he's fair catching the ball with the defender 20 yards away. And it's just, at some point, and I'm not, please don't take this, I know I'm going long-winded here, but please don't take this as I'm saying Boo Carter is some bad kid. Boo Carter's got some folks around him that need to be checked. And when you're at that age, you listen to the people around you because you think they're smarter and you think they have their best interest at heart. But sometimes you have to look through the BS. And unfortunately, Boo Carter didn't look through the BS, and he'll be playing for another team next year.
Trey, we appreciate it as always, my friend. Enjoy the college football weekend, and we will talk to you again very soon.
Boys, I look forward to it. I appreciate you having me on. I'm getting ready to head out to Lubbock, Texas to get slapped in the face by a tortilla, and you guys pray for me.
All right. Have fun. The sprawling metropolis of Lubbock, Texas, where sometimes it rains mud.
Thank you, boys. Be good.
Trey. You ever hear that? Or the Leach talk about when it rains mud?
Yeah.
It says there's like a dust storm, and then it rains, and by the time the rain hits your shoes, it's mud. It rains mud. Quick timeout. The drive continues. Back to wrap up hour number 2 right after this.
The Drive.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Knoxville, get ready. The big sports show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at bigsportshow.com. That's bigsportshow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
What if I told you you could pay off your home in an average of 7 years without making more money or spending a dime less, simply by changing how your mortgage is structured? Sounds impossible? Let me show you how it works. I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, helping families across the U.S. save thousands in interest and own their home years sooner. Don't believe me? Give me a call at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com to learn more. NMLS number 332941.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Tired of waiting for the weekend or good weather to play around? From casual to committed, Back Nine Golf has got you covered. Open to the public and offering flexible membership opportunities, they offer 24/7 access to 5 different simulators, providing cutting-edge technology, instant swing feedback, fun mini games, and a wide variety of courses to choose from. Perfect for that solo round you want after work, or swing by with food and drinks for an afternoon with friends and family. No stressful tee times, no rain delays. It's Back Nine Golf your way. Book your tee time now at theback9golf.com.
Wrapping up hour number 2 of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Let's get a call from Jay. Good afternoon, Jay.
Hey, Russ. Good afternoon, buddy.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going, brother. I'm enjoying this good weather, man, so I hope you're doing well. Hey, Russ, look, man, I know there's been a lot of talk this past week about Heupel and the Oklahoma game and everything. And, look, it's disappointing. We're sitting here at 6-3 and we should be 8-1, in my opinion. Okay. We should be 8-1. We should have beat Georgia. And, we were a better team than Oklahoma. I know we didn't win, but we should have beat Oklahoma. And that sucks because it's, SEC championship or playoff berth. It's off the table right now, and that does suck. And anybody that's disappointed in that, they have every right to be, Russ. But, there's still things, I think, to play for. You still got a chance to beat Florida in Florida since what? Is it 01, Russ?
03.
03.
Yes.
So you still got a chance to do that. Our hated rival, which it sounds crazy to say, but they could come in here with 2 losses trying to get to the playoff, Vanderbilt. You can still knock them out. And Russ, if he wins out, and goes 10-3, that's including a bowl win. That big picture wise, I'm not trying to Butch Jones this thing. We all know Butch Jones would create these statistics to make himself look good. I'm not trying to Butch Jones this thing. But if he does that, that will cap off a 4-year stretch. That's the best 4-year stretch Tennessee football has had since 95, 98.
A little respect on Josh Heupel's name, folks. A little respect.
I don't think that's nothing to sneeze at, Russ.
No.
Do you?
No. I mean, he's done great here. Yeah. And if he can give us a win over Florida and wins over Florida and Vanderbilt and get this thing to 9-3, then we all need to kind of shut up, but there's a lot of projection going on. There's a lot of people assuming we lose at least one, if not two more ball games. And if that happens, then, well, you better make these staff changes and you better do this, you better do that. And like the other side of that coin is you win those 2 games and he don't got to change nothing, man. It's go find your quarterback and let's go get after it again in 2026.
Imagine if they take down Florida, they take down Vandy, they go to one of those bowl games we mentioned, say it's Miami, and we take down Miami and finish the season 10-3. I think that changes the narrative quite a bit going into next season. I would still like some changes to be made, I would say, but I think it just reaffirms what a lot of people have been feeling this week. Like, now this is the guy, but we just want better. That's all.
Well, absolutely. And, if he does do that, we could lose. We have to see. We have to let it play out. But if he does do that, again, I kind of sound like Lyle here, but you did it with the youngest team in the SEC. You did it with your 2 starting cornerbacks and really your starting safety who went to Miami out. And you did it with a quarterback just on a whim from Appalachia State. And speaking of Joey, I didn't realize this, but Joey's got like 200 and something yards to be a 3,000-yard passer. That would be the 5th time in the history of Tennessee football that that's happened. And Josh Heupel has 2 of them in 5 years. It's just, there's things that he can do to get better. There's times where the timeouts and the game management, I'm like, okay, yes. I don't understand what you're doing, Josh. I don't understand what you're doing. And I hope, but Josh seems like a cerebral coach. He doesn't seem like Butch Jones, my system is infallible. So I think we got a good coach, Russ. That's all I wanted to say, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. Appreciate the phone calls. You make a lot of really good points. Hey, we got to take a quick timeout. Caller number 10. Another pair of tickets to the big sports show up for grabs, 865-966-3435. Let's pack this thing up. Top 5 at 5 up next.
The Drive. The voluntary reaction.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Bo Cregner with the Cregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, the real estate market, like all other markets impacted by the economy, is changing all the time. And it's never been more important to be personally represented by a trusted real estate specialist. I can't emphasize enough how important it is when selling or buying to be individually represented. Call me today for a free consultation. My number is 865-742-1035, and my website is BoKnowsHouses.com.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
With over 60 years of experience in the industry, Merritt Garage Doors has a wealth of expertise in commercial overhead doors in the East Tennessee area. Merritt offers a wide range of door styles like sectionals, rolling steel, high-speed, and sheet doors. They also supply and install a wide range of dock equipment. If your business is in need of overhead doors, no matter the type, look no further than Merritt Garage Door, Knoxville's best and most trusted overhead door company. Contact them anytime for a free estimate at 865-933-5319 or online at merrittgaragedoor.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, can we play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Thursday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith back with you here on The Drive as we get set for our third and final hour alongside Bob Baskerville and Bear. It's the Top 5 at 5 brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. Number 1, we start with local football news. Don Mahoney will not return as Webb's football coach after 3 seasons. School announcing today. Spartans, rough year, Bob. You have chronicled it for us. 1-9, I believe, this year.
Yeah, Walker. It really hurts. He's a relatively recent grad, and the bottom fell out. Boy, this year, got to tell you. I mean, they were down. Roster size was down in the low 20s.
Was there somebody between him and David Meskey, or he took over for Meskey?
He took over for Meskey.
So, and that guy had been there for like 40 years.
Right, and they were pretty good for a couple seasons. 2 seasons ago, I think they made it like down to the Final Four in their class, but something happened, man. That thinned out.
Yeah,
they got to start over.
Good luck to them. Number 2, Wisconsin head football coach Luke Fickell will return to coach the Badgers in 2026, according to athletics director Chris McIntosh. Not a good sign when you get your second vote of confidence in a single season.
As he bluntly said, we feel like it's wiser for us to invest more in the program than pull the plug. That's how he put it.
Very patient up there. They're 2-6 this year.
Yeah, and they have expectations. I mean,
yeah, sure. It's a good program.
It is.
Well, not working out for year 3 or 4? He's been up there for a minute.
I think it's year 3.
He's 15-19 in 3 seasons at Wisconsin.
It's not very good.
No.
They expect more up there.
Yes, they do. Number 3, the Colorado Rockies are finalizing a deal to hire Paul DePodesta to run their baseball operations department, turning to the longtime executives to overhaul a stagnant organization coming off a 119-loss season. He'll leave the Browns where he spent the last decade as chief strategy officer, returning to baseball. He was a key figure in the Moneyball era with the A's. You remember, I believe Jonah Hill played him in the movie, and it was kind of an interesting. That was a big coup for Jim Haslam. A lot of people kind of like looked at like, what are they doing hiring a baseball guy to run the Browns? And he was there for 10 years. I don't think it went well for him, but
yeah, I was going to say one stagnant organization to another. I mean, he's.
You think this will fix it for the Rockies?
I don't know. I've always felt like the Rockies, that'd be a pretty cool job franchise to be involved with. But man, outside of a few years, they've been pretty rough.
Yeah. I think they made the World Series in 03 or 04 with Helton.
Right.
And other than that, I mean, it's hard to get pitchers who want to go play in that environment. I don't know what you can do about that. They're not going to lower Denver any.
Great sports town, though, man. I love Denver.
Yes, for sure. Number 4, Disney's ESPN is swapping out its sports betting partner. In separate releases today, the company said it is terminating its agreement with Penn Entertainment years earlier than planned and has signed an agreement with DraftKings to make it the exclusive official sportsbook and odds provider for ESPN. Both changes will take effect in December.
Interesting. $1 billion in losses so far. That's only been in 2 years.
So this is just for the ESPN Bet app.
Yes.
That was just a massive failure.
Yeah.
Nobody used it.
Yeah, they've tried this on a couple of occasions, right? I mean, they did this. I want to say they had a relationship with Barstool to start.
Well, Penn. It's Penn.
Yeah.
Didn't Barstool try and have a sports book for a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Was that
Then they
Penn?
sold it to
Yeah, that was
Penn
Penn.
for an ungodly amount of money. Then Penn sold it back to Portnoy for like $1.
Literally $1.
And then he sold it to ESPN.
Why would they
again.
sell it to him for $1?
I would imagine some kind of tax reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just write it off as a loss. But then they turned around and sold it to ESPN, I guess.
I've never placed a bet on that ESPN thing.
No.
How do you lose money doing that? I thought it was like a sure money.
That's a good question. I think they're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have been placing bets on it. Maybe that's why they lost all their money.
What I'm still trying to dig up is what's the breakage in this deal, because it was a 10-year deal, and so they're cutting it off after 2 years.
Is this a stupid question? You're the person to ask. Tell me if so. I won't get offended. Is the whole ESPN thing a little shaky right now?
Well, I mean, in relative terms, I would say that they definitely have, for a lot of reasons, they have the ire of consumers. I think they feel like they're kind of handcuffed to have to support and follow ESPN because they have the rights to so many sporting events and everything
The
else.
YouTube TV people are pissed.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, that's an enormous, I mean, I'm one of them, man. It's a sticking point, but also just some of the programming choices they've made and everything else. I mean, and then this is another example of you could question how they're being managed. They're being managed, I think, well in some areas, but some of these other things they try to do, I just don't get. They put all their money into people like Stephen A. Smith and Pat
He's
McAfee,
terrible. Both
and
of
they've
them
cut
awful.
loose a ton of people. It's
Is it stupid programming? I've never watched First Take or the McAfee Show, or I just
The
don't.
arguing shows.
I have this thing called a job. I'm typically busy during the day, so I just don't watch it. But to me, it would be like if I were in charge, I would just put whatever on, the cheapest programming available during the day, and go all in on live sports and try and sell as much ad time as I can in the evenings.
Yeah, they call that shoulder programming, and it's they've made, I think, a lot of bad choices. I think McAfee's show.
They make money off that stuff. That stuff is profitable.
I don't know about
Somebody's watching First Take. I hear a lot about it. I've never seen it.
I find it hard to believe they're getting a good return on investment on Stephen A. Smith.
I think what they do is they package things, though. You know what I mean? It's like if you're paying for some of the events, the live events, you gotta participate in some of the
but
stuff
I mean,
for McAfee for
what I'd
First
say to
Take,
those
all that
people
stuff.
is, I really just want to watch football and sports. I don't much care. I don't want to pay you for McAfee and Smith.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say, this YouTube TV thing is crazy because these kind of carriage battles have happened forever. And I was talking to a buddy of mine last night who has a background in this stuff. I used to work with him. And he was like, the difference here is those are usually deals where, say it was with some of my old networks like HGTV. That might be for 50 cents a subscriber that's getting paid. ESPN, they're getting paid, Disney, $18 per subscriber. So they're losing right now in excess of $5 million a day by not being on YouTube TV. And their ratings plummeted last weekend for college football, too. So they better figure it out.
Yeah. Finally, number 5, a Hungarian video gamer broke a record by playing the popular dance game Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh, yeah.
For 144 hours. That's your game of choice, Bob? Big Dance Dance Revolution.
144 hours.
Glad I'm not alone. That's awesome.
34-year-old Sabolks Zepe, a.k.a. Grasshopper, took the records for the longest video game marathon as well as the longest video game marathon on a rhythm game title. He is now in the Guinness Book of World Records for complete total morons.
I mean, he stayed to do that. He would have stayed awake longer than they keep Navy SEALs and Delta operators awake for like Hell Week and SEER training in the military. I don't
broke the record of 138 hours and 34 seconds, which was set by American gamer Carrie Swidecki in 2015. She earned her titles by playing Just Dance.
He had no rest. He didn't stop for 6 days straight.
But this gal, like 138 hours and 34 seconds, like the 34 seconds to me means like, did she just collapse? And eventually they're like, all right, that's it.
You would have to. Things start going really badly wrong with you if you stay up for that long.
What's the saying? Not all heroes wear capes.
No, I mean,
it's impressive.
You can do anything if you put your mind to it. So, the guy likes to dance.
I know that there's another hugely popular like video game out right now. It's called Battlefield, and I can't remember if it was a male or female. They'd played for 16 hours straight and got a message from the server saying that their account had been timed out, that they needed to go take a shower and get away. And,
go take a shower?
Yeah, you can look it up.
That's what they told them.
That's taking a break. I mean, there's been more than one person that's actually died playing video games.
What a way to go!
Just
alone in your mother's basement, surrounded by empty Fritos bags.
Go take a shower. There's no way. They said that to him?
It was this message on their screen, then restricted their account.
That is the top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by our friends over at Knoxville Smiles. Don't put off your dental visits any longer. Head on over to Knoxville Smiles. They are cleaning teeth right now. They do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays till 7 p.m. Just another way they make it easy for you. Check out KnoxvilleSmiles.com, or you can book your appointment online or just call them at 865-539-1776 to set up your appointment. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Third and final hour of the drive here. If you want to jump in, go ahead and shoot your shot. 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on board. 966-3435. Interesting call there from Jay at the end of hour number 2 there, basically saying, look, Josh Heupel has presided over the most successful period of Tennessee football since the mid-1990s, and people are, speculating about his future now, and maybe that's not necessarily healthy. I would certainly agree with him. I feel like I've made the same points, and many of us have this week, where the dialogue has ratcheted up. It's been whatever it's been around Josh Heupel this week. I would also say, though, Bob, that's just a sign of the times, man. I mean, This is college sports now. It's professional sports. It's what have you done for me lately? And when you're paying these guys this kind of money, and there's this kind of money at stake in the business, you don't get very long to prove your worth. And even if you have proven your worth, you can unprove it quickly.
Yeah, it's true. It has been a ride, I mean, if you think about where we were at the beginning of the week and here we are on Thursday, it just feels like, I don't know. I feel like there's some unification on the narrative. It's a little less, there was like really wide, it felt like initially a really wide difference in the points of view on this whole topic. And I don't think it feels that way anymore.
Our poll is getting a lot of, it's making the rounds online. I sent Josh Pate a note earlier today. I was like, sorry, man, because people are tagging him in it. They're tagging Herb Street, Josh Pate, somebody else, Blake Topmeyer is getting it now because
I'm sure
there've been like they're just like showing him the screenshot of it. It was like, look, 88% of Tennessee fans on Twitter, where opinions generally skew negative, are supporting Josh Heupel. Only 1% strongly disapproving of the job he's doing right now. It is,
an 11 disapprove.
It's not the, well, and you have 1,000 votes, right? So 1% is what?
10
people.
10 people. 10 people can make some noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
880 should be able to drown them out.
Yeah. And people are just frustrated. By the way, we were talking about high school ball there in the top 5 at 5. A couple of playoff games tonight. Oak Ridge is hosting Science Hill.
Thursday? Really?
Yeah.
Playoffs. Weird.
It is weird. I know that we
the
televise
kickoff
these
time
games now.
changed now.
Yeah, it comes up to 7.
Okay.
Do you like having the playoff game on Thursday? I wonder how the coaches feel
tomorrow?
about that.
I don't know.
No,
Is there an
school's not out
in-service day?
tomorrow. No, it's
That's why I'm asking you. I
well,
know
it's
you got
it's
family.
just for most of the games are tomorrow. There's a handful of games today.
It's probably television driven is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's got to be it.
So weird.
in high school.
Yeah.
Apparently, Cloudland is at Coalfield.
That will be a
don't mess
nasty game.
A lot of diving at knees and
Are you talking
biting fingers in the pile.
Yeah, that's
I mean, they are not. They're fine folks out there in Morgan County. They're rough and tough. And then Cloudland. You ever been to Cloudland, Russ?
I have not.
It's way up there in Upper East Tennessee.
Aptly named.
Yeah, it's on the side of this hill.
Stone Memorial is playing out in Crossville. I did a game there once. Actually, did the show inside their principal's office.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
And went out and did They got a cool stadium, cool thing going on up there at Stone Memorial. So, shout out to all y'all going out to see the Thursday night lights this evening, if that's something you're into. Quick timeout. When we continue, a shocker on the docket this afternoon. You're going to want to stay tuned for this one. We'll get some more phone calls going as well. 865-966-3435, your number to get on board. The drive continues after this.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
What if I told you you could pay off your home in an average of 7 years without making more money or spending a dime less, simply by changing how your mortgage is structured? Sounds impossible? Let me show you how it works. I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, helping families across the U.S. save thousands in interest and own their home years sooner. Don't believe me? Give me a call at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com to learn more. NMLS number 332941.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for. including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening for that big event, or fixing a nagging toothache, our gentle team is here for you. With flexible hours, family-friendly care, and the latest technology, Knoxville Smiles makes every visit stress-free. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Call Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
The docket brought to you by the law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Former NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown was extradited from Dubai to the United States today to face trial on an attempted murder charge related to a shooting earlier this year.
Oh, yeah. I've forgotten about that. I didn't know we had an extradition treaty with Dubai.
Evidently. Several videos on social media showed Brown getting into a fight with multiple people following matches at an Aiden Ross boxing event in May. The popular streamer hosted a 10-match card sponsored by Steak, Kick, and Brand Risk Promotions. One video showed Brown appearing to fight in a parking lot as a crowd moved toward an alley. Then a gunshot appeared to ring out, sending spectators running in the opposite direction. Brown admitted that he had slammed one person's security guard. He said he told one of the officers that he hadn't done anything. The Washington Post reported the next month that a warrant was out for Brown's arrest. The alleged victim in the shooting was Zul Kwarnan Kwame Nantambu, who waved a Palestinian flag during Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance in February. There's a lot going on in this story.
That guy.
He was arrested in June on charges of resisting an officer and disturbing the peace by interrupting a lawful assembly. So Antonio Brown shot him at a boxing event that was not related
Took a shot at him. What's it? You said attempt murder?
I mean,
God, remember how good Antonio Brown was?
Yeah, before Vontaze Burfict made him brain damaged.
Yeah.
Butch Jones taught him everything he knows.
Butch Jones is ass.
Up there at Central Michigan. Yeah, he was good, wasn't he?
I mean, if you talk to the guys that played with him, he changed.
All right, and I mean, it is sad if he shot at somebody, he's going to go to prison for a while. It's like,
yeah.
But I don't know. I think that with those brain injuries, I mean, like, what kind of help can you get them other than constant supervision? Like, he's a grown man. He's like 40 years old. He's going to live freely. It's not like there's some drug you can give him to make him not insane.
No, true. I think he needs to. I mean, do you really want to put that guy, in the penitentiary?
Oh, he'll do well in prison with the other crazy, violent maniacs.
Yeah. I don't know. I would think that a good lawyer would be able to probably either mitigate or get him get him off on just because it's obvious something's really bad wrong with him.
Multiple legal issues dating back to 2019 when he was facing allegations of rape and sexual misconduct, which he eventually settled out of court. He pleaded no contest to felony battery and burglary charges in June of 2020. He was arrested again in 2023 over allegations of unpaid child support. Guy's just...
it's crazy.
Yeah, he's insane in the membrane. Meanwhile, former NBA player Tony Allen was arrested in Poinsett County, Arkansas on drug possession charges, according to online records.
Right.
43-year-old was booked into Poinsett County Jail just after 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Tough to get arrested around noon or 1 p.m. Facing 2 charges, 1 count of possession of less than 2 grams of a Schedule 1 or 2 drug, and count of possession of less than 4 ounces of a Schedule 4 drug.
I wonder what those are. Schedule 1 could be anything.
Yeah. Say they detected a strong odor of marijuana.
Son, a shocker.
Searched his vehicle, found marijuana and a, quote, white powdery substance later identified as cocaine in his car.
So I'm guessing the other 2 grams would probably be the cocaine and then the weed.
What's going on with the Grizz with Morant? He's not good anymore?
I don't know. Boy, don't get William Patterson going on that one. Yeah, I don't know. He's...
Speaking of crazy.
Yeah, I missed, speaking of missing the days when that guy just played ball and was electric. I mean, he just feels like he's always...
Talk about somebody that just is not the image that he kind of projects and this character he purports himself to. I mean, he grew up upper middle class, went to private school.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, he went to Cranbrook, basically.
I mean, you could still be like rich people crazy too. I mean, he's like AB. He don't learn.
Yeah, but AB had a closed head injury. Ja Morant, Vontaze Burfict didn't run on a basketball
just
court.
Stupid, right? I mean,
I don't know what he is. I mean, he's not. It's not because he grew up in the suburbs. Like an all-American type family. His dad's not.
Like I said, I mean, like you make it sound like only people who come from the ghetto can be crazy. Like, I mean,
well, no, it just makes no sense. Why? You aren't hard. You didn't grow up on the streets.
Well, hopefully Tony Allen can get. Man, he was a great player. He was Meshack before it was fashionable. So, completely one-dimensional guy.
What do they call him in Memphis? The Grind Father.
Yeah. So
great nicknames out there.
Yeah.
And finally today, a federal lawsuit brought by more than 35 Iowa college athletes against state investigators was dismissed yesterday as a judge ruled that the investigators had immunity in obtaining the athletes' sports wagering data, even though their search would be classified as unconstitutional. Yeah, try and work that one out. So these guys, there were a bunch of players at different, including Iowa and Iowa State and a bunch of smaller schools that
I remember when that came up last year.
Well, yeah, they're saying that their constitutional rights were violated by using geolocation software without warrants to track activity on their cell phones from inside the school's athletic facilities. And this is what a bunch of these pro athletes have been busted with, most notably Calvin Ridley when he was with the Falcons and was with the Jags.
Falcons. He placed a bet at the facility.
And a couple of the Lions players got busted the same thing, and they can do this in college now. What do you think, Bob? I'll ask you to put your legal hat on. Should the schools or franchises have the right to track their players' phone app usage? Does feel a little bit invasion of privacy.
A little bit, but now I think, well, certainly it applies in the pros, but now that in college where these guys are essentially, you could debate that they're employees.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say any company would probably do something like that. It's along the lines of some of the other kind of much more nefarious stuff that can be tracked in a workplace, and that's allowed. So
yeah, I would be very. I don't know how I would feel about like a radio station or something saying, "Hey, we're going to track your." I mean, we can gamble here. I think it's almost expected.
Yeah,
a bunch of sports radio guys, but
yeah.
I guess as long as you know going in that this is our policy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know there's the whole debate of, well, if they're betting on, it's not their games they're betting on or whatever. It's still this whole thing like there's some sort of link between what they're betting on and the fact that that's what they do for their profession is they play in those games.
Yeah. All right, that is the docket brought to you by the law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you find yourself in need of legal advice, call his office to set up a free consultation. If you have financial difficulties, you need help filing for bankruptcy. He does it every single day. If you need help filing for divorce, he works on family law every single day. Personal injury, criminal defense. These are some of the things that Jerry can help you with. Give his office a call. Tell him Fan Run Radio sent you at 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free. The advice is free. So what do you have to lose? Give him a call, 865-801-9250, or just visit Jerry online at jrglawtn.com. Again, jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens, legal expertise you can rely on. Looking ahead, the final half hour of the show here this afternoon, some interesting conversation on Josh Heupel and Tennessee football. We've had a lot of that this week. Interesting conversation on the quarterback situation going forward. What should the plan be both in the short term against New Mexico State, a bowl game, and then in the long term with Jake Merklinger reportedly on his way out at Tennessee. And the Boo Carter situation as well. Some interesting conversation there. Tennessee, it certainly feels like, and Trey said this, if they had it to do over again, would probably just gone ahead and told him to get.
Yeah.
Back in August.
Just no thanks. What could have been. Anyway, is Boo? Isn't he one of these kids who went to like multiple high schools?
I think 4
in 4 years.
Yeah, and he had some discipline problems too that were not highly publicized, but no big secret in East Tennessee recruiting circles either. So, he'll be on his way out, and a lot of bodies to replace in that secondary next year. We talk about quarterback. Got to go find some DBs.
We always, at some point, get a hold of some of the numbers. At least we believe what are the numbers when it comes to what some of these guys are getting paid. I'd love to know what he really got paid.
Yeah,
because whatever it is, it was too much.
And he got a raise.
Yeah, I know.
Then he went to California. Know where he went this summer? That's what the rumor.
At one point, there was all that was weird. That whole thing was.
I heard
weird.
something about a rap career. I don't know. Who knows if any of this is true, but I like that one.
Rumors on the Power Mizzou message board linking Eli Drinkwitz to the Penn State job.
I could see that.
I could see that more than I could see him going to Florida or LSU. I don't know. That LSU job is almost different than it's just so culturally down there in that state and everything.
For some reason, and maybe I'm kidding myself, but I think that guy's got enough of, we've seen some of these other coaches kind of buckle under the pressure of like just the magnitude of the job and like the expectations of the fan base. I think Brian Kelly's a great example at LSU. I'm thinking Drink is such a knucklehead, man. I don't see him getting too spun up on any of that stuff like at a place like Penn State. He'd probably just power through. Whether he'd be successful or not, time will tell, but I just don't think he's thin-skinned, let's put it that way.
Yeah. I see better fit in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And then the Mizzou job opens up, and what do they do?
again, I think we were talking about some of those names like Stein and some others. I just don't think that's not in the same strata. I mean, Eli's got them playing well.
They're more likely to go coordinator route.
I think so. Yeah.
And that's what they did with Eli.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
No, he was head coach, I thought.
Yeah, because
App
okay.
State, not Appy.
Yeah.
App.
All right.
Wait, he was mentioned briefly during the Shiano.
Yeah.
The Shiano.
He was only but to your point, I think he was only head coach at App State for like a season.
Yeah, not long at all.
Yeah.
From the Florida On 3 message board, the Gators are all in on Lane Kiffin, expecting to make a huge offer, potentially in the $16 to $20 million a year range.
Good Lord.
That's just asinine. Pay that joker $16 to $20 million a year.
What are we doing? That's stupid.
Well, that's a program that is now. That's like
they're reaching.
I mean, that's Hail Mary, and what I mean by that is he's not a Hail Mary bet, but the fact that they're just going to pay that much money, it's like we
make him say no.
Yeah, it's kind of like we got to get back to relevancy, man. We have to.
Kind of admire it if it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how you going to pay him that much and still have enough to fully fund?
It's all monopoly money. It's not real. These athletics directors walk around acting so poor. Oh my God, don't blame us for these high ticket prices and the fact that beers are $16. It's NIL, it's revenue sharing. We don't have the money. They've got the money. They've always got it. They're, you know what what else they got? They're full of.
They're stingy.
Boy, they
ain't stingy. They're the opposite of stingy. They are reckless with their money. Just throwing it out. Here, take some.
And I'm sure it's been talked about, but boy, what a duo. Got Golden and Kiffin
Thriller
together.
and Kiffin.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask Coach Fancher about Golden.
If not Lane Kiffin, look for Jeff Brom.
I've heard that one.
He leave his alma mater. I guess the lure of Florida and the SEC is too much.
Maybe. I mean, when he left Purdue, he definitely used the rationale of, hey man, home's calling. I got to get there. And I figured he might be there permanently, but yeah, because he grew up in Louisville. I mean, his dad had links to the program, his brother, and he played there. So I don't know, but it might be a job like Florida might entice him.
Josh Pate says, watch Lincoln Riley and USC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Watch Lincoln Riley and USC and potentially LSU.
Boy, that's a gutsy move for him.
Who would take that USC job?
A lot of people, I'd imagine.
Ed Ogeron.
Lane Kiffin. Oh, wait. That already happened.
Yeah.
865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show this afternoon, 966-3435. If you want to jump in here, Roberto is next. Go ahead, Roberto.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Hope you're well.
What's up, buddy?
Man, I love a good coaching carousel. God, I can't wait for flight trackers. It's going to be so good. It's going to be funny when it's us, though, when it's us doing it. Because is there anything more Tennessee than we have a coach that we're a little disgruntled with this week, but we're pretty overarchingly happy with, and somebody just comes like, hey, here's $15 million. Oklahoma. They fire Venables. They cut ties with Bob Poop because he's terrible. And then as an AD or an AD adjunct, and then they're like, hey, here's $50 million, Josh, come on. And he just leaves. You know that's happening, right?
Oh, that somebody's going to come after Josh?
Saying Oklahoma.
That Oklahoma is going to fire Venables and get rid of Bob Stoops, and then they're going to come get Josh.
I've been saying it for 5 years. People call me a negaball.
I talked to at your tailgate, Roberto, talked to a couple of OU fans there, and we talked about that very topic. And they were, speaking as fans, they were like, man, we would love to have him there.
They would. Those guys were some good dudes, by the way. We met them random, like they were just walking up the parking lot. They're like, do you have anywhere to go today? And they said, no. I was like, well, you do now. And they were just awesome guys. They were so fun to be around. They really knew ball too. I can appreciate that. I didn't feel like they were like these tertiary Texas fans and all these fans that are from, wine and cheese schools. They felt down to earth and kind of white, blue collar type guys, even if they were white collar jobs, for whatever it's worth. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So here's the other thing I hear. By the way, Bob, you were asking Boo Carter, I think is what you asked. How much did he make? Was that who? It was $800,000.
Nice.
He was at about 350 or 400. Some I heard 500, but he's at 800,000 right now.
What's a couple $100,000 amongst friends
Mm-hmm.
when you're spending SEC school monopoly money?
It is ridiculous, Russ. You were saying it, and we're all kind of, it's the elbow each other in the ribs kind of deal. But these numbers were never like this, even when you were given handshakes and Chargers down at Alabama and Georgia. It was never like this. And I am starting to trend that I don't like where our game is gone. Our beautiful game of college football is gone. Am I just way out over my skis?
No, it's changing and it's losing its soul. I mean, it's still fun. Still fun and still fun to watch and talk about.
What are Braylon Staley and Mike Matthews going to ask for this offseason? Mike Matthews is also making around $800,000. What are they going to ask for this offseason? And whatever the number is, it's probably justified.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be more than that. Way more.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, as a baseline, yeah, they're going to be asking for seven figures.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's just insane. And, that goes to your point, Russ, and I've always appreciated where you've been with it. You just go get a senior transfer quarterback, and you just keep doing it. Because this Brandon kid, Faison Brandon, he may literally light the world on fire and be the best thing since sliced bread and peanut butter. Or he could bomb like our last 5-star that we paid $4 million to come ride the Pines for 2 years or a year and a half, and then not lead us to the promised land. I mean, I'm trending more and more like you. And if I'm University of Tennessee and Joey needs to lawyer up, because I think somebody said that earlier, if that's true, I pay those lawyer fees to keep he's not a 5-star, but he's a high 4-star type guy that you already have on campus. And I hate it for Jake Merklinger, but he can take his $600,000 a year and he, hold a clipboard all year. Well, that's fine with me.
And I agree. That's what we were saying is like, you look ahead to that schedule next season in the SEC. It's not for the faint of heart. Right. And Joey now has been in a season of the battles. Right. It's like he could be better. Right.
Yeah. But 28's the year Josh gets fired, by the way. If you were wondering, 28's the year you get fired on that with this schedule coming up. Because all the home games in 26 are on the road in 28. And that's going to be an absolute murderer's row. And, Topmeyer's been saying reset the clock. And Josh Heupel, if you look at his history, even when he was a coordinator, he has reset the clock as often as possible. That is true. And you can't deny that. Just look at it. The only time he's ever been fired was at Oklahoma, and he got his clock reset for him. Other than that, he resets his clock every 3 to 5 years. Take it for what it's worth. I don't want to be the bad guy. There's still a chance at the playoffs. Don't ever forget it, boys. 30%. Ooh.
Thank you, Roberto. Appreciate the phone call. Final timeout of the show. The shocking conclusion of the drive coming up next. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. Your number to get on board. 966-3435. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive. Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
This football season, crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Co-owned by the Kelsey brothers and brewed right here in the Volunteer State, Garage Beer is perfect for fall fire pits and Tennessee tailgates. So pick up a 12-pack today of the official beer of Football Fridays on Fan Run Radio. Garage Beer, 100% beer-flavored beer.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life. Days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Anderson County High School quarterback J.D. Gillum. Gillum led Anderson County to a thrilling 31-30 win over Alcoa last week with over 300 yards of total offense and 4 touchdowns as the Mavericks finished their season 7-2 heading into the playoffs. Anderson County High School's J.D. Gillum, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Wrap it up on a Thursday afternoon / evening edition of the show. You gotta go check out the 5th grade choral concert tonight, local elementary school.
Yes.
You dads out there know what that's like.
Hate that I'm gonna
been there.
Although I've kind of reached the point now, Bob, that I'm kind of miss them a little bit. Miss those days.
Yeah, okay,
a little bit. Yeah, they don't stay young forever, bro.
No, they don't.
I mean, you should know that by now. The older one.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, Bear. You miss it a little. What I don't miss is just kind of the rapid fire, frequency.
Yeah, something to do every night.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That is starting to wind down for me.
Well, those events specific, way too much stimulation for me.
Yeah,
way too much.
That smell of the elementary school gymnasium. Oh. Cleaning supplies and the faint hint of urine.
Sometimes a little bit of
Voban.
Yeah. Voban, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get through that and go hang out at the house, I guess. Watch a little Raiders Broncos tonight. Quiet evening at home.
Yep.
Should be good. And then a big Friday show coming up tomorrow. We'll have get you ready for the weekend with a special guest list, so be sure to tune us in. And we will be here to entertain you once again. Jamie is up next on the drive. Good afternoon, Jamie.
Hey, I'm like you, Bear, man. I miss those days, but I also can remember just dreading having to go to these events. You said that elementary gym smell, Russ, with the cleaning supplies and the faint smell of urine, and don't forget a little bit of throw up somewhere here and there you can't ever figure out the source of.
Yeah. And you're sitting next to some kid who's got his finger like second knuckle deep in his nose. And
thanks for reminding me, like the amount of illness that's probably going to be in this room.
Oh yeah.
I'm in here.
Petri dish of hell.
Yeah.
I know. I was always a wall leaner.
Get one of those
things. I didn't go sit down anywhere. I just
Right, I'm like you, Bear. Like I want the wall.
And lean
Give me
up
the
against
wall,
the wall
where I can get in and out of this bad boy.
Exactly.
So Russ, you brought up something a minute ago, and I had to call because I was like, on my cons list, I had Heupel doesn't learn from mistakes or experience. So when you said if he had it to do all over again with Boo, he probably would have cut ties with him in August. I don't know that he would. I don't know that he would. The poor guy. I love the guy's offensive mind, but man, he is just not good at the other intangibles, man. Just not. And I, you know, it's not just Boo. It's the fact that it sends such a bad message to the rest of the team that this is condoned here. This is allowed. You know, and I can't imagine what it must have been like last year with Nico there and him, you know, heading for the West Coast on an off day.
It's a lot, but I mean, we hear stories like this all the time, going back to Fulmer and even in basketball programs with, I don't think Barnes puts up with it much, but just in terms of the headaches that coaches have to deal with that never make, I mean, you're just constantly dealing with parents and knuckleheads and all this stuff. So, I mean, it's going on. It's going on elsewhere.
Well, you're probably right, Russ. I mean, I thankfully I'm not that close to where I see it, but so when I do, I'm just like, what are y'all doing, man? I was a big fan of Boo going into this year too, but man, this nonsense with his mom, goodness gracious, shut her up.
See, I'm the opposite, man. I want the Mama Boo radio show. I want it on Fan Run. I put a mic in front of that gal's face, man. She's entertaining.
Oh, she's entertaining, all right. You know, but that's the
no
bad
filter. She'll just tell you what's going on behind. Oh, he's got this injury. Oh, this coach is saying this. Oh, Dion told us this. This is what we're going to do next year.
Well, you know me, I'm a fan of those without a filter. That's for sure. Well, guys, Berto pretty much took my call. I was sitting here thinking, you know, with all these schools coming up, you know, I'm glad that we're not looking for a coach. But then I started thinking, well, damn, there sure is a lot of schools that need a coach. What if they come pluck ours? You know, I don't see it happening. The only one I would be really worried about would be Oklahoma and maybe a little bit about Florida. But I think this whole NIL has certainly changed the landscape of college football to the point to where Florida may not be that great of a job anymore, guys. I mean, it's a great recruiting ground, but at the end of the day, you're winning games not with recruits. You're winning games with guys out of the portal. And that comes with money. And I just don't know how much of it Florida has. So being able to coach the state program where there's a lot of 5-star talent don't mean that much anymore. We just come cherry pick, you know, those teams with money will come take them off your squad. So I don't know. I was telling a buddy of mine today at work, he's like, if for some reason we woke up tomorrow and Heupel had pulled a Tony V and was gone for some reason, I mean, who do you go with? Who do you go to? And being realistic, I don't know. I don't know. I would say Golish, but he might be, you know, out of there with an LSU or an Auburn phone call. So I don't know. Let's just pray it doesn't happen. Y'all hang in there. Have a good week.
Thank you, Jamie. Is that the play if Heupel pulled a Vitello, if he went to OU, we just go to Golish, right, and kind of keep the same vibe? He would come here. He would come back to a place that he knows with an athletics director that he's worked under previously. Like we would be appealing to him, right?
Yeah. Oh, I think 100% we would be. I'm just saying,
would it be appealing to you?
Do we not make a run at a sitting head coach?
Make a run. He is a sitting head coach.
You know what I mean? Like power 4.
Who we gonna get?
Don't make me say it.
Lincoln Riley?
No.
You know, one of the things.
Mark Stoops?
No.
Hold on. I want to hear what he's thinking. What? Just say it.
Lane Train.
On home.
This is one of the things Topmeyer said that I actually think is something to keep in mind, is because we're not going to the college football playoffs. I know there's a percentage chance we could, but I don't see us getting there. But the fact of the matter is, it won't be, some of these coaches we're talking about are going to be probably playing deep into December, into early January, and they're not going to leave their jobs. So it depends on the patience level of some of these schools. And that's a situation like with Oklahoma. If something happens with Venables, Heupel's available, man. Or Penn State. That was what Topmeyer was making his point about. Was the
but see, what's going to happen is a lot of these guys are that are still in it, that will be in it post transfer portal window for the year.
Yeah.
This is all gonna get. This is gonna get insane by the time January rolls around.
Different circumstances, but boy, again, I keep going back to the very different place, but the Konzo situation where we were all like wanted him gone, and then we get to the Sweet 16, and that all worked out. Obviously, took a while, but it worked out. But I just remember that feeling when Konzo was like, "Hey, man, I'm out." You know,
that may have been the luckiest we ever got.
No, it turned out, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Texas
didn't feel that way immediately, but man,
as soon as we hired Barnes,
well, there was the in between.
I was one of the people that voted home run on the hire. Yeah, how long was it in between?
1 year. That's how long Tyndall was in the chair.
That's right.
You would want Kiffin over Golish?
Yeah.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not happening, man.
What?
We're not asking about what's happening, Bobby.
Why wouldn't it happen? I mean, none of the people that were here when Lane, well, I guess there is one family that's here. But
I mean, if you hear the rumors about Vitello and White and them not getting along, and then, I mean, like, Lane's Tony, or, you know, Lane's
no,
like
that's a good
Vitello on
point. That's a good
steroids.
point. Like, I do think there would be with Golish, like the part of the appeal for Danny would be this guy's going to be loyal to me. He's going to be my guy.
Yep.
Kiffin is uncontrollable.
Kiffin is a bottle rocket, man.
Bottle rocket.
Yeah.
More like a cherry bomb. You bribe the guy to let you buy out of the back. Bottle rocket.
Yeah. I mean,
that dude had a loft downtown the last time he was here. He drove a Lexus into a ditch.
He's matured.
He's grown
He was
up,
like
man.
30 years old then, man,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
His best recruits that he brought to campus.
He's pushing 50 now.
Committed an armed robbery for a 49-cent hamburger at the athletic program's biggest donor's first gas station.
Imagine him doing.
You can't.
You imagine Lane Kiffin doing the hot yoga with those West Knoxville trophy wives?
Yeah, I can.
He can. With that spray tan glistening.
You think that's spray on?
No shirt on.
I don't know, spray. Somebody told me it's either spray or a tanning bed. He tans regularly. I was told that, you remember the Peach Bowl debacle when they lost to Virginia Tech? Like, he went to the tanning bed like that day, the day of the game. He went tanning before the game.
Wow.
In Atlanta. Just like, find me a place where I can go get a quick tan.
Well, he got locked out of. Saban locked him out of practice.
No, he did. The bus left without him, right? That was the story. Like,
No. I mean, he had the guards go around and lock all the gates. Kiffin walked around trying to find an open one to get in.
You want him back so bad, don't you?
Badly.
Just the chaos.
On the way out, Moose puts on the text box that somebody needs to teach me how to pronounce Louisville. Did I say Louisville? Because
it's Louisville.
Yeah.
How do you say the Blount County school? Not Alcoa, the other one.
Maryville.
Maryville.
No, Maryville.
What do you say?
Maryville.
No, you don't. Nobody
Yeah,
says
dude.
that.
I think I do mix them up
Figured
with
out it
Louisville
makes
because
them
of
red ass
Louisville
angry.
Slugger. I do think that's what it's called. That's the brand. It's not
Merville.
Yeah.
How do you refer to that unincorporated little area out near between here and the airport?
Louisville.
Stay with us. Something else coming up next. We'll do it again tomorrow, 3 to 6, right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the